I think we're in. You back, buddy?
I'm back.
Alrighty. I think we're live. Wait for... Let me get the chat pulled up here. It's the best way to figure it out. Ooh, don't want that. Man. I feel like a boomer when I work this thing, because I'm never freaking streaming.
I feel the exact same way.
Let's see, chat. There we are. Sign into chat? What do you mean sign into chat?
I can check and see if it's... Let's see. Does say you're live.
Hey.
I see you.
Wow. I think I'm in. Yeah. Well,
Yep.
It's asking me.
I think it's working. I see people chatting in your chat, so...
Well, I'm not in there yet. For some reason, my OBS wants me to log into my MetaPhoto account. I think I auto-logged me into my normal email that I use.
Kind of weird that it lets you stream, but then doesn't...
Yeah, right?
You comment? I feel like something's going wrong with the security measures if it's letting you stream,
Right,
but not letting you
in,
comment.
baby. Oh, thanks for... Dang, everyone's so supportive right away. We need that side deck plan for Hero Frogs with dupes. I know, Vinny. I gotta get on that. It's tough. I was so redo focused that Edison was definitely just nowhere in my mind in the past few months here. So I will. I'll update it, and or at the very least, if I don't, I'll do like maybe a video going over it and just post it to the Patreon and give those who've bought it access to that. Because writing those guides takes so much time, and honestly, the side deck plan has changed pretty immensely because of the fact that obviously not playing dupes changes a lot of the deck's goals. I mean, the side deck itself is completely different from how I use the side. So, quick question: how is the music? Is it loud enough? I got some jams playing in the background. I just restarted it. If I need to turn it up, let me know. Oh, thank you. Yeah, man, the dubski was pretty sweet. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to get in before I don't hear any music. Okay, that means I gotta turn it up. All right, let's try. How's that? It should come in a sec. Yeah, it's not. I use the same stuff for my videos and whatnot, and I'll credit it if it ever uses anything. You guys don't hear the LOZ lo-fi yet? Probably go a little bit louder. All right, I hear it. Okay. I can go a bit louder. This is the sound I had it on when I streamed Rivals, and I was told it. How's that? How is that? Oh wait, new song started. All right, there we go. Hopefully that'll do. Let me just make sure it looks good on my end. Oh yeah, hearing myself is weird. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, buddy. I guess we'll just get started. So, Pudding, first of all, thanks for joining me. I know time zone difference in Australia always makes this tough. Just to interact, to be honest. And
happy to be here.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad you are. I was gonna say, thank you for staying up till what was it, ridiculous times in the morning to keep track of our tournament run that was going on.
I stayed up till 4 and then I woke up at 8.
Yeah,
but it was worth it.
I constantly kept getting texts from you, and I was like, dude, what the hell? You were so supportive and nice. So first of all, I just want to say thank you for that. I kind of wanted to go over a little bit of some of the changes I made for my initial deck list with this deck before I get into like the tournament report itself. So right now, this is the list I ended up playing, and this is the list I had been playing. So some of the key differences you can see, this list did not play Fiendish or Call the Haunted. I was playing MK2 and no regular Georgiano. What else? Oh, I was playing Pot of Avarice. That was different. And then, so yeah, it looks like the major changes is Pot of Avarice, Effect Veiler, MK2, and is that it?
Did you cut one Torrential or you want two for the event?
Correct, and one Torrent. Yep. So those are the 4 cards that changed. It ended up turning into, a lot of the cards themselves kind of hold a specific purpose. So I wanted to have somewhere in the realm of like 12 to 14 trap cards, because that gave me the best math to see 2 in my opening 6, basically. That's like 1.7 or 1.8 my opening 6. So yeah, but they didn't necessarily have to interact. They either had to interact or protect me against traps, whether that be allowing me to play through traps or, you know, allowing me to, like MST, for example, against a Fiendish Chain can be included in that. Stardust or Starlight Road protecting my board can be an example of that, or my back row. So yeah, keep that in mind when I talk about this. So the first thing was I turned the Avarice into Call the Haunted, because it kind of allowed me to up that trap count, but have a card that's going to be live early while simultaneously still being something that's good in the grind game. And if you were watching the stream, you would have saw how crazy Call the Haunted was for me in both my top 4 and finals matches. So I think that ended up being a really good call. No pun intended. And then the Torrent and Veiler kind of turned into the Fiendish Chains that I ended up playing. And even though I think Torrent's like an insane card in Redo format, I ended up changing it to Fiendish, something that's much lower to the ground, mostly because the game plan with my deck obviously is like I want to stick armors. So in like neutral or game states where I was ahead, Torrent was really bad. Like almost like you don't even have the choice to activate it unless they just had something so busted. But I wanted a card that was good in neutral game states, because in Redo you end up in those neutral game states a lot. But don't get me wrong, Torrent is still really good, especially when you're behind. Look at my game 1 of the finals, just for reference. It was literally game winning, you know what I mean?
Also really nice because people have to respect it once they see it.
Right.
There's one copy.
No,
like a lot of people
definitely
don't respect it against the current popular versions, and they'll just all in on you.
No, that's very true. I would honestly, I like the card so much. I wish I could play 2. And there is a lot of situations where you're like set Accelerator, set Torrential in the mid game, and it's really good. But and their argument against, or like another argument playing Torrential is like, oh well, if I have armor on board and it's sticking on board, like I probably don't need the Torrential, and a lot of times that is the case. But like you don't want to underestimate what your opponent's doing either, you know what I mean? And like even if it is like a favorable trade, let's say I do a 3 for 2 or something, but I'm losing an armor, if I have no other starters, that can still be a huge issue through the course of the game. Yep, I'll get to that too, Brandon. I changed a lot in the side and extra actually. And yes, you can get a redo. I don't even know how Shen says it. Can I get a redo? What's up, Enraged? But yeah, so with the main, it was those 4. The Torrent, obviously, like I was saying, it's not like the Fiendish isn't going to be as high impact, but it was more low to the ground. Fiendish was okay when I was behind, it was okay when I was ahead, and in the specific matchups it could be really good, right? And I played it over the Veiler just because Andy and Pro Storm were just like very adamant that like the stopping of the attack of the opponent can be really important, even though it makes it so you can lose to MST. But it means that if you're setting Fiendish with something else, at least that other card isn't getting MST'd. So that would have been, you know, like I'm losing a new card plus a card from my hand, it being a net -1 in that case. So yeah, and I thought that the Valor was more important if I played Avarice, because I wanted more cards that would like efficiently fuel monsters in the graveyard. But since I opted to play the Call the Haunted, I felt more okay with that switch. And lastly, I was playing MK2, and though MK2 is really good because you're allowed to do things like special a guy from grave and turn on Birdman right away, it's good as like your initial flip off armor, because then if you draw extenders, right, then you can still like normal the MK2 and extend with, like, let's say you had Mind Control or Reborn or Birdman. It's really good in those situations, but it was never a necessity, right? Like, it was just more to set up follow-up when but what I learned is typically you want to make Gigant X instead of armor more often than not if you're playing the Georgiano and can get engraved, the regular one, which I end up playing. And you end up going for that a lot more than leaving the armor on the board. And what that does is it makes it so instead of searching follow-up with your armor initially, or your Gigant X, depending, you can just search Accelerator, because now they have to clear 2 monsters and oftentimes are also playing through traps because they have to clear the Gigant X and then also clear the Georgiano. And if you have Accelerator in hand with that, then you get to make a rank 4 play, often another Gigant X. So yeah, it just ended up being too good, not only to play through trap cards, but it made by playing the Georgiano regular, it made the need for the additional monster on board to be lesser, because you were able to search the Accelerator. And even if they do end up clearing both, let's say you have no other Georgias or Gear Frame or Fortress or any of those things, like draw a trap for turn, setting the Accelerator with a trap card is not bad. Like, you're probably not going to die. It's going to get you to the armor again. I've done that plenty of times in simplified game states, so it was not the end of the world. So yeah, basically these 4 cards turned into regular Georgiano, 2 Fiendish Chain, and a Call the Haunted. The only card in my main deck that I would consider cutting outside of that would be this D-Prison, because even though it does give you the variety and it's good into some matchups, even the matchups it's good against, it's very vulnerable. What I mean by that is, like, against heroes, when they're comboing, a lot of the times if they have like 1 additional searcher and a miracle, they're going to try to use that Stratos as a card that's popping your back row, right? Or against Chaos Dragons, the Raikou and Lila may target it before they ever attack with the dragon or something like that. I did like the option of 1. It gave a good mix-up. If my opponent saw it, they always would then respect that I might play more, and respect it for future games. And then also there's the times where it's not getting MST'd or Lilat or something, and it's just generally like a strong card because it removes monsters. So, you know, like I used it once against a Shining. It was really good there, obviously. But ultimately the best trap card is definitely Compulse in this deck. The ability to reuse the Gear Frame, the ability to dodge cards like Fiendish and Valor, the ability to just get rid of those problem monsters I was just telling you about, especially X-Check monsters. Couldn't tell you the amount of times that I like compulsed a hero fusion monster like a Shining, or compulsed a Zen mains. It was quite strong. So yeah, I think this Prison would go, and then depending on how the meta shapes up, this card's always in flux as well. But the other traps here, I would always play 1 TT, and then the Bottomlesses, the Solemns, the Compulses, Judgment would always be in the deck. Monster lineup, honestly, plus the Georgiano, I think it's perfect. I think, yeah, Mind Control would always be in the deck. It's honestly might be the best spell in this deck. It's definitely the best spell in the mirror, but it's also just like taking away a monster from the opponent already, like to overlay and make a better play behind traps, is just always going to be good. It's almost like having an Accelerator or just any extender, especially when you play the tuners, right? So it's just good when armor walls off most of the main deck monsters. Yes, that's true, Andy. So like it's already walling off most of main deck monsters, so the only times Compulse is bad is when it's like facing like a Grapha or a Light Pulsar. But yeah, that's another good reason to play Fiendish, because when you draw it in alongside a card like Compulse, it gives you the variety to deal with both of those types of options. And then Fiendish has like the more flexibility. That's why, yeah, thanks to Andy, who's in the chat, and ProStorm for putting me on the Fiendishes. I very much questioned it, even going as far as like, why would I play a card that's like severely always mid? which I still do think it's mid, but I think it's mid enough. It's mid in that what it does against the opponent isn't like particularly strong, but the fact that it with an armor is really good because them not clearing armor is really strong, right? So yeah, but it's way more flexible than like something like Prison that doesn't do that. Like I would even consider playing a third Fiendish over the Prison entirely. So yeah, side deck, I played the 3 imps. I thought this is a good call. I just don't want a matchup to ever be like an auto loss. And Dark Worlds I thought would be prevalent enough, like somewhere between, I thought they would be somewhere between 10 and 20% of the meta. I think they end up being like 8 or 9% of the meta. We'll go over the meta chart here in a little bit too, from the event. And then Shadow Imps, I was playing too. I was super scared of this deck, but I realized I was not showing enough respect to decks like Agents, which can be kind of tough, Chaos Dragons, which can sometimes be kind of tough, but I still wanted to use coverage, so you'll see what I switch these to. I don't play Maxis, honestly. I just feel like going against windups particularly, I'd rather just have the cards that are like board breakers immediately. And then against other decks, like there's just generically good cards, right, that you could be playing in that place. System Down I didn't want to play because when your opponent's playing face up, it's a lot easier to play into their board. But when they're setting the armor, for example, it's like letting them resolve it for a turn. It can be very backbreaking oftentimes. So you just want to like, I just thought that it almost was not necessary. Like my traps would be good enough. The Nobleman and Minecon would be good enough. I would honestly even consider a second Nobleman, but yeah. I ended up cutting the Gores, mostly because I increased the trap count and started playing the continuous traps like the Call the Haunted and the Fiendish Chains. And then a lot of times the decks you'd side it in against, you might also want to side in Floodgates. So yeah, it was kind of an easy cut. And then in the extra deck, I cut Utopia, another shout out to Andy, and Pro Storm, and I played Gemini Pearl. I actually made it a couple of times. The fact that I feel like what you're walling out with Utopia oftentimes just can't run over the Pearl as is. And then Pearl being able to like single-handedly deal with the Light Pulsar when they don't have Red MD in rotation. It being able to just like force things to crash into it still could be good enough. It couldn't be Fiendish Chained. There's like enough situations that it warranted itself, I guess, because 23 and 25 are kind of the 2 initial thresholds in this format. So it being 26 is just pretty good. The rest of the extra deck, I think I made everything at least once. Pretty sure. Yep, I definitely did. Nothing I didn't make here, at least, and then the Pearl. So yeah, definitely wouldn't have changed any of that. The only thing I can imagine wanting to do is fit a third Gigant X, because you do get in that grind game, and it only came up once, I will say, where I wanted the third, and I ended up making the Pearl instead, and it ended up being good enough. But I did fear like, oh, if my opponent draws a Compulse or Dark Holes this, like it's gonna get a little wonky. But yeah, maybe it's not needed if it's only gonna come up that little in this type of build. So yeah, those were the changes I made. Were there any that like you disagreed with at all putting, or that you were hopeful that I would have kept playing?
No, I don't think so. I know Brogan said the same thing about the Jurgen X in his interview after.
Okay.
He said he kind of wished he played a third one as well.
Yeah, I know the format's grindy.
Utility, right?
Right. I know the format's grindy. But my deck's not like, it can grind, obviously it's a Gear deck, but I'm not like looking to grind. I'm looking for like an opportunity to like push really hard, but I'll sit there and play the grind game till then. It really only came up where I wanted the third against like Heroes and Geargia, like Hero Beat specifically once you're playing like Gem Sparks and stuff, when you get into like a forced grind game, if that makes sense, and because they play so many traps and whatnot. And I'm not seeing cards like Trap Stun, right? That's when that would come up.
I think otherwise, I mean, I really agree with the Avarice. I don't really like Avarice in Gears.
Sure.
Call is live faster, and also with the MK2. I think the biggest problem with the Kara Curry build compared to the pure one is you just have to get going, and you cut out like 2 or 3 cards that are very good late game. But MK2 is ass early game.
Yeah.
Like early game, it's so suboptimal. And I think I really just like the fact that you still have the 9 starters. You've cut down on the Karakuri bricks. I know some people were on like 2 Watchdog and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I think so. I do limit the engine very much. Like if I draw these, I accept that my OTK engine either becomes like a freestyle OTK or the OTK with gear frame, right? Where you like flip armor. If you have armor accelerator in hand, like you have the OTK with the gear frame. But yeah, if you don't draw these, then you can search Birdman at any point, or if you have Birdman and you have a really common 2-card OTK line, which and the utility, like the amount of times I made Black Rose is like kind of astronomical, to be honest with you. Also, the utility of Strategist as a card in general to like play into trap cards is really undervalued.
It runs over Thunder King and Leviathan, which is really funny.
Yeah, well, there's also this really like neat interaction when you have a set armor. Your opponent often doesn't want to commit too many back or right, but they will set like 2 cards, and one of them being a Solemn Warning, because they're like, oh, I'll Solemn the Warning, then I'll take initiative. But you can do a really cool thing where you normal the Nispachi. Are you going to warning that? No? Okay, I'll target my armor. Now you can't warning that because it's just being flipped face up. It's not being flipped summoned. So then it's going to trigger its effect to search. I'm going to reset the armor. I'm going to special accelerator from my hand, then reset the armor. Now I'm going to Synchro 7 into Beret. You going to warning that? Okay, if you warning that, now I flip my armor safely, search another accelerator, and I make Giga Next, start playing the game. So there, like, it has other utility. A lot of these bricks aren't really bricks once you stick a monster. Like if I stick a gear frame and it sticks on the board, now any 4 turns into, you know, either synchro or a rank 4 or synchro 8. The 3s allow me to still like make Beret, get Sizon in, like put another 4 on board that they have to deal with. Now they have to clear both of those. And then I can deal with basically any monster on board because you can crash your Sizon, boost your Beret to 34, and that runs over everything. And your Sizon also doesn't die, because if it's in face-up attack position, it doesn't die. So yeah, there's just like a lot of utility, like anything that gets left on board, whereas like a card D doesn't do that. It draws additional cards to try to dig for these cards, but it doesn't like enable you to start doing unfair things immediately. You have to wait an additional turn now, right? So yeah, that's one of the appeals to this build that people don't really give credit for. And then yeah, I'll switch over to what I ended up playing, which is this, and you'll see some of the changes in the side deck. I'm going to also check chat really quickly. Minecon Compulse seem really strong and versatile. They are definitely both very strong and versatile. It's funny because against Ryanide, I had Minecon to set armor, which he compulsed back to his hand, which I knew was an armor because he used Arsenal. And then on the next turn, he resets the armor, and I MST his his back row. I go for a or no, I have traps on set. I go for a big eye play. He MSTs one of my sets. I think it's like, I don't remember, Compulse, or no, it's like Compulse or Torrent or something, Phoenix Chain maybe, I don't remember, but he MSTs it, and then he chains another Compulse to my big eye, and I chain trap stun, and then I take his armor and win the game. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so these were the main deck changes, which I kind of went over. Oh, hold on, let me answer these questions too. Would you consider Book over Prison? Yes, I would. Book was actually one of the cards that when I was talking about filling these last 3 spots, Book was definitely one of them. I know Pro Storm's a big fan, and it's really good with your Geargi engine. The one downside I thought about Book is it doesn't synergize as well with the other cards, like the Karakuri engine, even though it's still good with like the Fortress and the Geargia cards, and then obviously your opponent's cards it can be okay against too. So I would consider it, but I think after this weekend, the biggest consideration would be Fiendish over this, at least in the current meta. I think the meta is going to shift a lot to more Geargia, and as a result, more Dark World. Okay, I'm really surprised you didn't side any Blackhorns, but I guess no space, or was there options? You won the whole thing, so losing a match and didn't even need the Black. Yeah, so if you really think about it, the matchups for Blackhorn, right, are like Chaos Dragons, Agents, Geargia, and like maybe Hero, maybe. If like I would say the Bubble Beat, yes, and then Hero beats like maybe, right? So with that in mind, I thought, okay, really, I'm not going to worry too much about Hero. That's already a favorable matchup. If they're like I play enough trap cards to slow them down unless like they're gonna have to draw traps done against me, sort of thing. And I actually opt to side a little bit differently for that matchup as is. But then when you look at the mirror match, I'm not looking like against trap heavy decks. I'm not looking to stop you from what you're trying to do, especially pure Geargia, because it's not gonna kill me early. Typically it's gonna try to out advantage me. So I'd rather just like play trap stun, because I want to trap stun them and then just go off and either clear their board and their floating Geargiano and have a big board and be up in card advantage that way, or just outright kill them that turn when I do go off, right? So I just thought the trap stuns was better for that, and it covered more matchups in general, because there's just a lot of trap decks that exist in this format. And then to cover the Agents and Chaos Dragon matchup, I did kind of side my own Blackhorn, but I think it's better than Blackhorn in those matchups. I played Chaos Trap Hole when a lighter dark monster would be summoned, period. Doesn't have to be special, it can be normal summoned. So even if this is the only card I can set and they normal Lila, I have the option of clearing that normal summon and stopping them from milling, while simultaneously permanently getting rid of problems like Red MD or a Light Pulsar, right? Or a black or a BLS, whatever it may be. So this card was really good for me. I liked it a lot. We have warning at home. Yeah, basically. But banishing the card is relevant. And then additionally, I didn't want to play like two, like, because then there's the option, well, why don't you play two Chaos Trap, or why don't you play multiple Blackhorn for these decks? And it's because they're siding in to Decree, and though I have more outs of Decree, I didn't want to, like, I only keep in 2 MST against Decree decks, and I wanted to play more cards that didn't lose to that. So that's why you see here I play the double Soul Taker and the Fossil Dyna, because those cards are still good in those matchups, while simultaneously not losing to the Decree, right? So that's kind of the hedge there. And then this was also still good into Heroes, covering that matchup. The Dyna's good into the Bubble Beat build because they're trying to kill you. You set a Dyna, I promise you that Dyna's flipping and killing everything. They also won't like blindly run a Stratos into your Dyna because they're gonna assume it's an armor, right? So yeah, the Dyna actually cooked a lot. It cooked a lot more for Chai than it did for me because I just didn't draw it as much, but I sided it probably a similar amount to him. Dyna was more so for the windups as another clear, because on their turn they're going to call trap, or they're going to have MST to try to clear cards like Needle Sealing or Rivalry, and it was a way to clear their board when they try to, you know, kill you with the combo. I think this was like more of a cute tech that you might not be able to do in the future, but yeah, it's pretty busted. Able to chain call to stop. Yeah, that's true. That did not happen, but that's true. That's kind of cute. You can chain it to a lot of things too, which is kind of funny.
There was a game in testing where you're playing against Chet.
Yeah, that's what I was about to get next.
I kept joking, like, oh my god, what if that set is Dyna? Because Marcus had like 2 cards and Chet was doing full wind-up combo. I'm like, what if that card is a Dyna? And we were laughing about it, and then it was the Dyna, and this is the first time we saw it, and it went like +4,
yeah,
blew up Chet's entire board, and then Marcus won that game.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. So I was siding it, and like I didn't tell you guys about it yet, and you kept making the joke, and in my head I was like, oh, do people actually think this way? And Chet obviously is like, okay, lol, like he's gonna play like the optimal kill line combos, so he goes for that instead of like making his Zen mains and not killing me. And I nuke the board, and he is like, what the heck? And honestly, like for Chai against his windup and hero opponents, he even sided against MGK. Actually, it did the exact same thing. It just nuked the board every time. And I was really close to taking this out at one point, because in my head I was like, is it too much cheese? Like, is someone gonna like see it once and then it's never gonna be good again? But I figured, you know what, if this can just win me 1 or 2 games on its own, and then like it's not gonna perform as well in Top Cut, or force my opponent to make like a suboptimal play when I do set armor, it might just be enough reason to still side it. So I did like it a lot. Yeah, so I just went over that. Carl, I like the Chaos Trap Hole a lot. I would definitely play it again. My game plan against like the Geargia decks and stuff, because I'm playing a deck like a tempo into OTK deck, is to play the trap stuns into those matchups, and then Chaos Trap pulls just better into agents, into Chaos Dragons, into that's the other thing, because I did take out one Shadow Imp. I can side this card still into bad matchups like Dark World and Inzectors and still hit it, where it's like Blackhorn, I wouldn't be siding that. So it kind of just covered a lot more, and made the side deck plan a lot easier to perform. So yeah, I think the Chaos Trap pull was really good. Honestly, I used every single side deck card. Every single side deck card was good. Like you guys even saw, I quite literally used all 3 of my imps in top 4. So very glad I ended up playing that.
Absolute cinema.
Yeah, and I think Dark World's only going to get more prevalent, because I would say, like, if I redid this tournament, I can imagine cutting one of the Shadow Imps for like maybe a Blackhorn or even a second Chaos Trap pull. But yeah, I think there's going to be more, just because that you know, Garia struggles quite a bit against Dark World. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm not going to go over the whole side deck plan, but you can kind of see just by looking at it, you kind of have 4 to 6 cards like for any given matchup. But I just joined. I was surprised to see your Maxi. Weren't you scared of wind up shot clocking you when you go second? Glad you asked that. So when I go second, the cards that come in are Needle Sealing, Triple Rivalry, and Dyna. And most players would be playing over the Needle Sealing and the Dyna, 2 Maxis, right? However, these cards are just going to out the shot clock anyways, because if I set any amount of traps with a Dyna, they're going to call traps. They're not going to call monster, because they're going to assume it's armor, or I'm just trying to live, right? That's going to nuke the board winning the game. If I draw Needle Sealing on their draw phase or standby phase, I can shotgun this before they have the chance to call traps and nuke the whole board. So they function the same as Maxi would, while covering more matchups than just windups or Heretic, because these cards are also both good versus those decks, right? So yeah, that's kind of the explanation there. I was just trying to maximize coverage, like, because Maxi is just not good into so many decks. The only deck I played where I felt like my side deck was very weak was my round 1, and that was against 6 Samurai. Speaking of which, here, let's go over the rounds really quick, and I'll kind of give a quick little side thought here. Let me open this up. All right, I think you guys should see that a little bit better. Still a little bit scuffed, but whatever. Okay, so yo, can I have my armor back yet? I think it's still on your side of the field. Ryan, I had told them earlier on the stream about how I literally mind conned and big eyed it over the course of 2 turns. It's pretty funny. But yeah, so round 1, I played Andre. He was playing 6 Samurai, and game 1, I get absolutely thrashed. Okay, this guy freaking. So he goes first, I go first, and I don't draw super well. I normal summon a Gear Frame and Search, I believe, and set 2 back row. He starts off by MSTing one of them. I'm like, cool. He goes, activate the one that draws 2. I'm forgetting the United. He activates United. Goes normal summon Kageki, effect a special. And my set, by the way, is like, I think the one he didn't hit is... What did he not hit? Oh man, because I remember most of this tournament, just so you know, I'm setting 2 cards turn 1 when I draw like 3 or 4 traps, because you have to play into heavy, unfortunately. And you know, if you have Judgment or Starlight, great, you can set the house, but more often than not, you have to play into it. I believe my other set was like, oh man, I can't remember. Oh, it was Warning. It was Warning. So yeah, this is what makes it funnier. So he goes normal. Oh no, I lied. It was Fiendish. He goes normal, effect special, and I Fiendish there because I don't want him getting to the guy. That it was Fiendish. He then goes activate asceticism in response to Fiendish to summon another 17 guy. Then he draws 2. Then he summons Shogun Shien from his hand, which is you can only activate 1 spell or trap a turn. And his asceticism, then he activates another asceticism, Oh yeah, so I didn't gear frame turn 1. I'm sorry, I'm getting this all wrong. I armor turn 1 set, and he asceticisms again, this time summoning freaking what's it called? Iroh? Is that what his name is? The one that attacks over sets?
Yeah, Iroh.
Yeah. And yeah, ends up clearing my board. I have a bunch of spells and traps still in my hand, and I just get soloed by that Shogun. So we go to game 2. Game 2, I go first. I go set armor, set one back row, and he goes normal summon. What do you normal summon? He normal summons Iroh, specials keys on. He goes Iroh, attack your set, and because it doesn't trigger till the start of damage, I go chain to in battle step. I go activate compulse, bounce the keys on. Okay, so keys on goes back to hand. Iroh 17 only, so my armor gets to flip and use its effect and not die. I search on the next turn. I have accelerator gear frame already in hand, so I'm able to, and he sets a 1 back row. I use heavy storm or MST, I forget, but yeah, that's enough gas to just kill him that turn. We go to game 3. He goes first, luckily he didn't draw crazy. He goes normal summon Kageki, special Kageki, make Zen mains pass. I go set armor, set double compulse pass. He goes draw, pass. I'm like, okay, he's just dead now. So I end up full comboing, compulsing his guy, because I have the I have Birdman in hand, so yeah, it's just death. So I end up winning, but yeah, it was scary because you never want to go second against that deck, because you know, if his hand's normal, like make Shien, set 2 trap cards, I'm probably in trouble. But yeah, kudos to him. He was a chill guy, absolutely cooked me game 1. I did not expect to see Shogun Shien in a 6 samurai deck. Round 2, I play Ryanide. What I remember against Ryan was game 1, he runs through all of it. He max sees me. I play a max C challenge because my mindset is, okay, I have Warning, Starlight Road, MST. So he'd have to have both board wipes in like six draws or so. He'd have to have both board wipes and be able to play through Warning for me to be in any real trouble. So I was going to do so much damage that basically I'm threatening to kill him, and I'm still gonna have like 2 cards in hand because it's just how Geargia works. And if he clears my Geargiano, he still has to clear, or my Giganex, he still has to clear Geargiano. So I go pretty ham. Not enough for game, obviously, because I couldn't. And then he actually retaliates by I think he hard drew triple arsenal or triple accelerator. So he retaliates, plays into my board, clears a lot of it. I end up warning him, and on my next turn, I play into his board. He floats into Geargiano. I think I end my board with like a fortress and a guy. And on his turn, he clears my board again, but he forgets to use his Geargiano effect. This is important because at this point, he's actually gone through all of his Geargia monsters. All he has left monster-wise in his deck are cards. So not floating and having saving an accelerator in hand actually kind of ends up biting him a little bit, because once again I'm able to retaliate, because that's the beauty of Geargia, is like the deck is so sticky and you always have follow-up. Yeah, I think I normal like a gear frame, search cannon, pitch that, summon, run over his guys, and then for the next couple turns he has trap cards, and I think I have a fiendish fortress or something, but after like 3 turns of him like carding or just setting back row, I was like looking at his grave. I was like, I don't think, because I think he had an armor left, and that ends up getting cracked at some point or attacked into or flipped, and then he searches and fails the search. And I tell him, I'm like, I think you can't win. Like, I don't think you have the monsters left unless you play Avarice. And then he's like, yeah, I was thinking the same exact thing. Let's just go next. So we go to next game, and that's the game I was telling you guys about where I mind con. He goes Arsenal turn 1, sets armor. I mind control it. He compulses it back to his hand. His next turn he sets it, and that's the turn where he misses the 50-50. I have trap stun for the compulse, and I end up making Big Eye and taking the armor and winning from there. So yeah, sorry Ryanide, that was pretty filthy game 2, but yeah, I win that. We go to round 3. I play Sean, super nice hero player. He was honestly like felt like he was my biggest fan all day. He was hyping me up, telling me how great of a player I was, and you know, that positive affirmation is always nice. But he played really well. I remember in our match, it was pretty grindy, but like ultimately I just kept sticking armors and dealing with his monsters via Fiendish Chain or Compulse, right? Like the fusion monsters and XYZs, and that kind of dictated that game. Let me pause to read the chat before I keep going. Did you say he was playing? Yes, he was playing Shogun Shien. He was not playing, I mean, he obviously was playing actual Shien, but the Shogun was the one that effed me up game one, or of round one. Yeah, I wish I can go EXO again. We'll see. Next redo event I'll be playing in will be, what is it? I think Pittsburgh's the next one. So I'll be there. I know there's one at the LDS in Vegas, but I won't be there, unfortunately. So maybe my man Tyler will win that. What's up, Tyler? I see you in chat. If you're fine, did everything? Yeah, I tried, man. I tried. Unfortunately, your other tiebreakers, I'm assuming we're dropping after you beat them. But yeah, okay, so we'll keep moving on. Round 4, I play against Jeffrey. He's one of the North Carolina players. He was playing windups. I remember game 1 and game 2, we pretty much just blew each other out. Like, I think I got shock locked game 1. Game 2, I think I warning his guy, flip armor. It went on a couple of turns, but I was just like severely ahead at that point, and I win that. And then game 3, it starts off as a little bit of a grind game, but then he resolves wind up combo and makes Shockmaster, and he's debating, because my board is a face up accelerator, because I think he maxed me, so I paused. So I have a face up accelerator and a set armor. I have 2 more gears engrave, like an arsenal, another armor or something. So he has to make the decision now that he's wind up boarded, right? And he has the Shockmaster. He can either call, and he knows I have a Fortress in hand. That's very important here, because from his point of view, if I'm going to summon Fortress and he doesn't really have traps, if I'm going to summon Fortress and I can normal a Gear and special a accelerator, that calling spells isn't that great, right? Like, so I'm going to end up clearing everything threatening on his board, and all he'll have is the floating rabbit. And then, so because if he attacks over the armor, that'll search the accelerator. If he attacks over the accelerator, I'll add an arsenal from grave. So I'll be able to basically summon Fortress and do that, assuming I have 1 more machine. I have 3 cards in hand at this point, from his point of view. So he ends up calling monsters instead of spells. Unfortunately for him, after my draw for turn, my hand is Rivalry of the Warlords, because he heavied my back row. I set 2 turn 1. He ends up getting heavied, or not turn 1. Like, this might be turn 2 at this point. But yeah, it ends up getting heavied that turn when he goes off. But my hand is Rivalry, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, and the aforementioned Fortress. So yeah, as you can imagine, I'm able to just Dark Hole the board, use Reborn, and not even that turn. I don't even have to that turn. And I end up winning the game from there. So that was pretty sweet, because Rivalry plus, yeah, I think I actually summoned armor and defense, and I set the Rivalry, and that's just enough to win me the game. So yeah, I get a little lucky there. Just, yeah, kind of perfect storm of cards. Then round 5, I played Tommy on stream. Incredible match. Actually, if you guys might know him online as Silent G.
That's Silent G.
That's
dude?
Silent G. Yeah, it's the guy who played the hero player I played round 5. He played really, really well. We actually had a really tight match, and me setting a bluff mind control alongside my other trap made him not playing a TT to go for lethal, and it ended up costing him the game, because I compulse hit, like, it is lethal with just the Stratos, but I compulse the Stratos back. He normals Alias, has a set spark, and then I'm able to mind control the Alias. He's forced to spark, and I'm able to summon Guy and kill him. But yeah, I won't go over this one too much, because me and him are actually going to do a collaborative video where we watch our replay together and we go over his tournament experience. And yeah, so I'll save that one, but really nice guy. End up beating him, and he ends up little spoiler alert, he ends up winning out after losing to me and being second after Swiss. Something that's going to be a common theme with my couple upcoming opponents here. Next up is Corey. We played. I won that one 2-1. Corey goes to the Chicago Monthly sometimes. We've interacted before. We're pretty friendly. But yeah, I don't remember a whole lot of our match. I remember one game being mildly close, and then one of the games being a little bit of a blowout. I think I opened like double warning or something in the game that I won. So, and he didn't draw any removal. But yeah, I end up winning one game really close. One game I got blown out, and the game he won was also really close. And I think going first was really important. Like, oh, I remember game 3, he opened really well. It was like Lance, Mind Control, Monster Reborn, like a lot of good cards, but I kind of just had a lot of answers for it, right? He didn't draw any traps, so he couldn't stop me from playing, whereas I drew multiple traps. So even though he had the lands, like, I was able to stop him from playing, and eventually I'm resolving armors. I think I can pulse my armor out of Mind Control, stuff like that. And yeah, so I end up winning that. But yeah, Gear mirrors are always long and grindy typically, so it's like hard. Oh, I remember Trap Stun, the game I went off and won, being a big reason for that as well. Round 7, I played Spencer. It was very chill because, also Corey ends up winning out, going X1 after Swiss. So my round 5 and 6 both do that. I play Spencer. He's the Dark World player. You guys see me playing top 4 later. Yeah, I end up winning this. I think he makes a mild misplay in game 3. I don't resolve like a ton of side deck hate, actually. I just remember one game I get blown out like that deck does. Game 1, I remember playing around. You'll notice this on stream matches too. I play around Dark or Drag Down to the Grave and try to commit my hand and be very aggressive with my board and basically say, listen, if you heavy me, you still have to have enough engine to play through my monsters, and if you dark hole me, well, then you still have to deal with the back row to play the game. And then if you have neither of them, then you have to like just cook through your engine and somehow play through my traps. So yeah, game 1, I win that way. Game 2, I get blown out. And then game 3, he makes a mild misplay. I think he dark smogs and hits like a fortress or something. But when I had Gigan X on board, so I was able to float into Georgiano instead. And like, I think me popping something with Fortress just wasn't as good in that game state, and I end up winning because of that. Round 8, I play against, Spencer also wins his last round, so my last 3 opponents finish Swiss all X1 each. And then Mark, who's the 4th opponent on this run, is playing Geargia. He's playing pure Geargia with the 1/1 line or whatever of the Machinas, but instead of playing as many traps, he actually opts to play triple effect Veiler and Gores, because he was like, you know, if I'm using card D, I want to be able to like have those cards immediately, which fair play, made sense to me. He cooks me game 1. I remember I didn't play around a Book of Moon, and that was and the Gores, and that combination ended up cooking me. Game 2, we just slow grind, but I'm able to deal with his monsters better than he's able to deal with my monsters. And game 3, he draws like only traps and not armor. I think he even resolves like a card D or 2, but it just doesn't matter because he just doesn't see armor specifically because they only play the 6 like actual 1-card starters in their deck. So yeah, I go undefeated in Swiss, and all I can hear from everyone is oh man, undefeated curse. Before I move forward, let's see. What's up, Lyndon? What's good, brother? I wish you kind of went out to that. I'm sure you would love that tournament. Did you think Dark Smog was scary during that match? It's a little bit scarier, not really because of the fortress, because like you'll stick it, and if they clear it, like I don't know, it's hard for them to clear, first of all, because you can always equip the gear frame, and they like if they're popping it, they're only targeting it if they have like low hand size and they have another good discard in hand, right? So the fortress being banished wasn't scary. The Georgiano, though, since I started playing that was a little bit scary because it made your board way less sticky because they don't put out a ton of monsters, you know what I mean? So like forcing them to attack, like pop Gigan X and use their attack on Georgiano could be pretty good. So Smog was a little scary for that matchup. But I think Smog's more scary, that it just allows them to discard a card on your turn and trigger effects like putting a big body on board or stitching Grapha and basically becoming a Rye Break that's also a Crow. I think that's why Smog's scary, not so much because of the banish effect. But yeah. So yeah, all I can hear, by the way, at this point is like undefeated curse. Because, you know, if you don't know me at the Chicago Monthlies, I'm kind of known for going undefeated in Swiss and dying in Top Cut instantly. And I've gone undefeated at a couple of majors and not won those as well, even though I got third at one and top 8 at another. So yeah, I'm not like foreign to going 8-0 in Swiss or 6-0 in Swiss or 7-0, in this case 8-0. But yeah, in top 16, I'm also playing Inzectors, which I consider one of the tougher matchups because they don't necessarily have to see their engine. They really just have to see Hornet. And if they find Hornet, that matchup becomes really, really hard. But yeah, so luckily for me, Ma, I remember turn 1 or so he uses a recharge. I go first. I win the die roll. I set an armor. Or I normally gear frame search. Set 2 back row. He goes recharge, draw 2, mill 2. I'm like, okay. And then I think he normals a Lila or something, and I bottomless, and then he passes. And then next turn, I flip. I have the gear frame out. I think I normal summon Arsenal that I drew. Well, I attack first, then I normal summon the Arsenal, tribute, set armor, pass. Now it's which, mind you, I could have gone for put the level 3 whatever in play, but I didn't want to get compulsed because that's like one of the more common, like really the only traps that Inzectors play are either like call threatening, warnings and whatnot, and compulses, sometimes TT, right? But he would have TT'd probably on the normal summon of the Arsenal. So I was like, all right, I just need to play around compulse, don't lose to that card, great. So I tribute, set it, past him, and it makes my board a little wider because if he's going to pop 2 cards anyways, I don't need the floating effect. But yeah, he draws and activates charge, mills 3 spells, searches Lila, or no, he searches Raikou, sets it, and passes. And yeah, I end up winning the game from there. And then he kind of just bricks again in game 2. So it was a little bit of non-games, to be honest. Like, I think he ends up like sticking a centipede and having to attach a centipede and like at some point to desperately try to get its effect off. And I don't even allow that to happen. So yeah, he ends up losing that. Though the mill engine's cool, I think I'd rather just focus on more cards that get your Inzector engine definitely going rather than like chancing getting it going. But it is really cool that he's able to like more frequently, Dad, BLS, Chaos Orc, that stuff's cool. His list is really unique. We can actually take a look at it. That's one of the, I'll take a look in a little bit of some of these lists, but that's one of the more unique lists from the day. In top 8, I play Andrew, who is a hero player. I win that one 2-0 as well. This time he draws pretty well in both games. I would have to rewatch the replay, but it just doesn't matter. Like, this is why I think it's a bad matchup. Like the whole time, he has to go off into back row. Oh, thanks, Tim. Appreciate it, buddy. He has to either go off into back row if he doesn't have the removal, or he has to let me flip an armor, right? So like, either option's scary, and oftentimes neither of them work. So like, yeah, basically it's like draw heavy or draw trap stun and wait a turn, but you can't really wait a turn against gears when they go first. And yeah, we can actually take a look at some of the stream matches in a little bit here, but I end up winning that 2-0 against the hero deck. I think it's Bubble Beat. Top 4, I play Spencer. That's the game 1, I missequence an attack because he actually had the floating Silva from the Dark Smog. I don't think I end up killing him, but I could put him in a spot where I'm popping the Dark Smog with Fortress when he tries to prevent lethal, and then just winning the game, possibly winning the game, because he might not be able to get like his discards going in the same fashion. At least the game keeps going, but it was definitely a misplay in my attack order. Game 2, I win. It was pretty close early, but then I end phase call the Haunted, and I have Starlight set, and I believe this was a game I end phase call the Haunted. But I remember having Starlight set, MST set, and Trap Stun set, and just end up full Karakuri combo, taking his Zen mains and winning. And then game 3, you guys saw I resolved 3 at Gemini Imps and pretty much controlled the game. Via that way, got really lucky. The first Gem Imps drew the second Gem Imps. The second Gem Imps stopped the drag down. Then he has to make a desperate card destruction play just to get his engine going, in which off the card destruction, I draw the third Gem Imps. And then later in the game, after a Reckless, he finally able to draw again in a simplified game state, plays another drag down, and I have the third Imps already for it. So win that one 2-1 against Spencer. And then I played Brandon in the finals. He was on the really, really spicy windup list. We'll definitely take a look at that. But yeah, that list was one, it was nuts. I almost lose game 1 because I play into a Starlight Road and his hand's insanely good, but luckily he plays into a Torrent and I have end phase call for an armor, reset it, and end up winning that game. And then game 2, he has full windup combo with Starlight Road MST and Solemn Judgment set and called monster effects because obviously he's not scared of Dark Hole since he has the Starlight and Judgment. Calls monster effects and I somehow win that game. We'll also go over that at some point. But yeah, that was just bonkers. I win that 2-0 when very, very likely I should have lost 0-2 or at least gone 1-1. Because there's an argument that with his build that game 1, what he went for into TT is, there's an argument for it. But yeah, so that was my tournament run. Went completely undefeated, 12-0. I think I lost a total of 7 games on the day. Yeah, just absolutely bonkers, man. Pretty hyped about it. But yeah, then let's see here. This is my list. Oh, it's still up. Pudding. Anything about the run before I'm gonna wait to go over the YouTube videos till you leave. I want to get some games in with you.
Nothing about the run. Gage messaged and said he wants to get some games in.
Oh, Gage wants to get some games in.
Gage wants to get some games in if you want to play against Gage as well.
I don't see that in the live chat.
He messaged me on Discord.
Oh,
and he said he'd love to get a game in with you if possible.
Hell yeah. Tell Gage to get online. All right, Gage. All right, Nim. Fellow RRC teammate. All right, but here's the question. Do I play my deck or do I play something just fun? What's chat think? You guys want to...
Should I add him to the call?
Yeah, definitely.
He wants to.
Please do. I'm technology deficient, so this is why we have Pudding here. He runs the Discords and the tournaments. I'm just a face, figurehead. That's all I am. Play my deck. Okay, because if I wasn't gonna play my deck, I was gonna surprise Gage with the Dino Rabbit Mirror. Just saying. Hey, thanks Ghost Rider, one of the OG Dark World players. Glad you were not promoting that before the tournament. Am I right? Let me put on some new jams. It's a little quiet. Oh. What kind of jams are we feeling? I think I'm gonna pause that. Let's listen to some One Piece lo-fi, because I'm a One Piece stan, baby.
I messaged him. Hopefully he responds soon.
All right. How are you gonna win an event and then say, "Hey chat, I'm summon Kabasuls"? Hold on. Hold on. Whoa. Wait, I think I literally just have someone else's deck too.
You set the Kabasuls.
I won't lie to you. I don't blame Gage whatsoever for playing that deck because I think it's just insanely fun.
Did you see his feature?
Huh?
Did you see the feature?
I did not see his feature. I need to watch it.
He was so supposed to win.
Oh, really?
The windup guy bricked like crazy. And what was the game state? Windup guy had 2 back row. I think he drew 3 rat. And then he had like a magician. Gage had like just resolved a rabbit. He had a guaiba and he had I think 4 back row. He rabbits the other guy like chains MST to the rabbit, hits Gage's lance blind out of the 4 back row. Because of the fact that he chained the lance, he can't bottomless the 2 Sacred Sword, or the chain the MST can't bottomless them. Gage does a bunch of damage, leaves him at like no life. Makes a Lagia, it eats the bottomless. Uses Lagia to detach. Other guy draws for turn. Card is heavy.
Oof. Good night, sweet prince.
Blows out all 3 back row that are left and then kills him. And that game, literally, if he doesn't hit the 1 out of 4 on like the lance, then Gage can protect the Lagia and can negate the storm.
Right.
And if he doesn't top deck heavy, it's also completely opposite.
No, most definitely. Carl, really quickly, between the two, I don't think there's a clear better pick. I think it's going to vary tournament to tournament. I just like, because your deck's so low to the ground, having cards that kind of limit your opponent's ceiling. So that's why I kind of like the macros, but they're kind of bad as the game progresses. The real reason I like Dino Rabbit isn't because of the rabbits or any of the shit. It's because of this card and this card. These 2 cards make Rabbit so much fun to play. Doing like battle tricks, this too. Like this too. Just doing battle tricks with Guaiba is the most fun ever. Why didn't I play any hand traps? So the only decks I would play hand traps against, really, well, I guess I sided Gem Imps, right? And assuming you're talking about the Geargia deck, really quickly, I'll pull that back up. So with my deck, well, one, I've kind of gone over why I didn't main them. The reason I didn't side them for anything, or main them really, is only decks I really care to have hand traps against would be, because obviously traps are just as good as hand traps. To some extent, obviously they can be removed, but to some extent, if you're going first. So really it's like, okay, so turn 1, what decks do I need to stop with Effect Veiler or Max C? And it was really like Windups and Heretic. So I just didn't feel it necessary enough, because 1, I didn't think that would take up more than like 20% of the field at the max. And 2, I thought going second post side that the removal cards were just better. Like Needle Sealing, Rivalry, Dyna. And they covered more matchups, I guess. Guaiba, if Guaiba was 1950, does Dino Rabbit just like instantly become one of the S tier decks? Maybe.
Guaiba's fucking insane as it is. Also, I really like what Ma did. He randomly sided the Guaibas because he has extra deck space. And if you're playing against Windup or something and they don't know you're on Dino Rabbit,
that's kind of
Guaiba munches. Yeah, the Guaiba just munches.
That might be a little too cheesy. That's why Dino is mid, too many 17s. Yeah, it is definitely tough for them. But yeah, there's a lot of cool decks in here. What else?
I like the other Dino deck a lot.
Oh, I was considering this deck as well. I'll show this on screen. I was considering this deck as well. I call it Geargia Toolbox. So you play 2 MK2. You play a lot more rank 3s, right? You still play a small Karakuri package, but we don't play the Machina engine. And it's because in the mirror match, the reason I like this deck is if you make a rank 3 with Tour, like, so Tour Guide can get you to Singin, which, so you still have like 8 good turn 1 normal summons, 9, because if Singin kind of turns, is kind of similar to Karkardi, where it can be a turn 2 armor. So yeah, you have that. You still have a little bit of the ceiling, because you still have the OTK potential with the Karakuris. But I'm able to play MX Saber Invoker, which gives me access to Exiled Force, which not only can deal with big monsters that the deck can struggle with, but can clear set armors in the mirror. But ultimately I didn't test this enough. The reason this list plays triple call is because calling back like the Exiled Force as a piece of removal, and then also calling back Singin as a searcher when it gets hit, was really cute. But yeah, I tested this for a little bit, opted against it just mostly because I just thought the MGK deck was better, but I do think there's a good idea here. Like Windup, for example, the people who play MX Saber Invoker for Warrior, like the guy in the finals, I was talking to him and I was like, dude, I think you should side at least, maybe not main, but side the Exile Force, because it makes Invoker that much better. And in his deck specifically, it would give Invoker 2 cards that it can summon, and then possibly even use both attaches on it. So It's definitely not better than Edison by a long shot. I mean, listen, we all have our opinions, right? I love basically all retro formats. I think they're good for different reasons. I personally enjoy redo format more. I mean, obviously that's why I'm the guy who promotes, really pushed to promote this format. But yeah, I mean, everyone has their own
Damage
opinion.
Step is also a hater. I saw Damage Step in the other stream talking shit about the format.
Oh. Hey,
Damage Step doesn't like it.
Is he getting in this? Is he getting this call?
I think so.
Hop in here, Gage.
I'm not sure he's
Let's get a
getting the call,
match.
but
Let's get a match. Redo is super exciting. Yeah, so here's right, I don't want to, it has its cons, right? Like, Warning, kind of a toxic card, not gonna lie. But if you want to go apples to apples, right, Edison has two oppression, right? So let's wipe those out. Let's say that they both are kind of really toxic cards that shouldn't be in either format. All right, we get rid of those. Then you look at the traps. Well, they both play Bottomless, they both play Prison, they both play Torrents, Mirror Force, Compulsor in both formats, Judgments in both formats. So, I mean, some obviously different numbers, but I think because the power of the format's a little stronger, I think the higher number of the powerful traps is honestly more warranted in Redo. So then the big arguments is, okay, well, these decks can put out more damage than the Edison decks. Fair enough. But also, most decks don't do enough when you have any sort of board to outright kill you. And there still is combo decks that aren't interactive, because the Redo decks are interactive. Well, not like Heretic, right? But Heretic's trying to be more like Forgs. But these decks don't normally kill you instantly. The only deck that can kind of do that turn one would be Windups normally, because they still have to draw a 2-card combo that's sub 20% odds. So it's very niche, doesn't even happen a lot, and there's hand traps to counter that in this format, which doesn't exist in Edison. The thing I like about this format is that the decks are actually consistent. The amount of times my tournament runs, because I mean, it's no surprise to anyone by now, but I've made a lot of top cuts in Edison. I pretty consistently go X1 or X2 at the big tournaments and either get lucky and find my way in, just miss out, or get in entirely. And a lot of my runs end by just not playing the game, or my opponent drawing just busted one-ofs in my deck, just being too slow, I guess. Whereas in this deck, the decks are way more consistent, and the busted one-ofs don't outright win you the game. Dark holing your opponent when they set an armor isn't going to outright win you the game. Using Monster Reborn on a piece to make an XYZ format, or an XYZ, doesn't outright win you the game. Yeah, so I think that's my issue. There's more of those outright win cards in Edison that are common in every deck, or in the major decks. When your opponent goes first, activates Whirlwind, normal Shura. That's pretty heavy swing, especially when your opponent's deck isn't consistent and isn't going to see good parts of their engine necessarily immediately. These are my arguments why I like it more. Obviously, some people don't like the higher ceiling. Some people like that the decks are a little less consistent and variance plays a bigger role. Some people like that it's just more nostalgic for them, or they like that you're allowed to freestyle your deck more, right? Oh, I like this 3-card engine, or I like mixing a bunch of darks together and making a cool deck instead of having to use an archetype. So I get all those arguments, but yeah, I do think with both formats, comparatively to future formats, the extra decks are kind of crap. You have to do very convoluted things to deal with boards. There isn't immediate monster outs typically that are good, because most decks can't make Scrap Dragon, right? That's the one in this format that's generically good, and a lot of decks can't make Dark End, though the most popular ones do in Redo. So those are the two examples of the spot removal that exist, but most of the good spot removal is not that, and the ones that are similar are Black Rose, right? So basically all I'm getting at is ultimately both have their pros and cons. I personally enjoy Redo more, but I don't want that to get misconstrued as I think it's better or I dislike Edison, because I really like Edison. Listen, I have I'm working on a max rarity Hero Frog deck at the moment. I've spent thousands of dollars. I love that format. I'm still going to travel for that format. I'm going to play in more Edison events than Redo events, because that's what exists. but and maybe it's nostalgic for me because this is when I like topped my first regional was in this format, and I just really enjoy this format. And Yu-Gi-Oh for me started at the end of 2011. So what I know for Yu-Gi-Oh is like these archetype decks, starting from like X-Sabers when they were tier 2 onward. Whereas Edison's just a random format I went back to. I never played that as a kid, so I have a soft spot for Edison or for REDU, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Sorry, that was a long ramble. You go ahead and speak a little bit, Pudding.
I think I also really enjoy Edison. One of the biggest things for me that I like about this format, and there are non-games and stuff, I hate Dust Shoot with a passion. I never historically played in any formats where it's legal, and that is the, like, when you get non-game by Dust Shoot, that is one of the, like, worst feelings I could ever describe. It feels so bad to get non-game by Dust Shoot. Oh my god, I'm playing against Gage, and my hand is like straight ass.
You guys are playing?
So cooked.
You guys are playing? Oh, then I'll go stream your guys.
He was hosting. I'm cooked, bro. I'm
didn't know
cooked.
he was
I got
hosting.
Dino Rabbited.
All right.
Okay, how do I do this?
All right, stream. We're gonna go watch them while I yap.
I think let's just summon my own Saber Swords.
Oh, this is. Oh, you guys are playing Dino Mirror?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the heart. Are these Hearthstone backs? I think they are. These look pretty sweet. But yeah, I don't know. Hold on. I like how this format, you can't see. Yeah, that was one of the things I was gonna say. Chai said is like Edison's kind of started to turn into like look at each other's hand format, because all three of the big decks play Water Art, DDV, and or Dust Shoot, right? Like some combination of those cards. And hand knowledge in the hands of really good players is like just absurdly unfair. Whereas in this format, you don't have that. And there, other than Dark World's the only deck that can do that. Sure. Drag down 3 to 4 fighters for free mean nothing. No, they mean something, but that's a singular deck in the format. And as you can see, I'll pull up the tournament results. It didn't do a whole lot. It had one deck in Top Cut, because that deck just loses itself. It's kind of like Forgs, right? Where it's like, it's insane, especially game 1, and does a lot of unfair, nasty things. But it's going to lose to itself a lot. And then also there's an immense, unlike the Forg deck, there's an immense amount of side deck hate that exists for that deck, like Macro, D-Fissure, Gemini Imps, Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, Soul Drain, Chaos Trap Hole. Like there's just so much crap that just absolutely destroys that deck. You could play your own Dark World cards, so when they Dark World dealings you outright win the game. Like, yeah, I don't know. So it's a little bit different, but yeah, it exists. I shouldn't say it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist for the majority of your tournament run. So like, it's not happening to you most rounds. It's going to be like once, maybe twice throughout your entire tournament experience, you might have your hand looked at. But yeah, so that's kind of the thing. Chai was telling me he loves it because it allows like for more bluffing, which is, it exists in Edison obviously, but at a lot lower clip. Dark World probably needs a good, yeah, and maybe a lot of people started doing that where they'd side out like Drag Down and Dark World dealings and stuff and start playing like Raikos and Dark Smogs, and that way you're able to hit floodgates while simultaneously like just allowing your deck to play more. So that is something that they've been experimenting with. There's a couple different ways people play it, but yeah, so as I was saying though, Chai was saying that he likes that you can bluff a lot. Like if you're playing Girgia and you set anything, your opponent kind of has to respect its armor, because you can throw the game away if you attack like with a 1800 attack into a set armor, right? So it kind of makes the risk versus reward, the mind games a lot more so. Being able to set traps, like MST, it's safer to MST, but there still are chainables because like Compulse is so prevalent. I think blind MSTing, I think draw traps may even find their way into REDU format at some point, because you know the turn 1 set 2 always baits out MST or heavy almost. Yeah, that's true in Rage. It's also less charted territory. I mean, listen, I remember posting the MGK deck a while back, thinking it was the best deck in the Girgia channel, and quite literally I think over the course of the next like 9 or 10 months, not a single one topped online tournaments, and it was only pure Georgia or like the Bronte list that saw success. And I thought in my heart the whole time it was better. And I remember chatting with like Pudding and others, and they were less than convinced. And yeah, but then, you know, I test with them. They're like, okay, I see the vision. And then I think after this tournament, a lot more people are convinced. But who knows? It might just vary tournament to tournament and experience to experience. Loud and wrong. Yeah, I do like how diverse it truly is, right? Because like Edison, it's probably going to be similar, where there's like 3 to 5 decks that are probably the best decks to play. But there's like 15 decks that can do well. It's similar to that for REDU. And I think that is important for a format's longevity.
I do think in this format, the gap between the best decks and the like tier 2 decks is lower though than it is in Edison.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I can lose to like a 6am or a Gadget or anything like that, like any given game. Crashola, it's not looking good for you, buddy.
No, I opened like 4 vanillas. It's not 4 vanillas in this. So
Gage might just be him with the Dino Rabbit deck.
Let's try and get it out of here.
Yeah, one event definitely doesn't determine the whole format. I agree with that.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm cooked.
He did it so you couldn't reborn it. Oh, that was another thing I wanted. Here, let me pull this up right quick. Oh wait, I just realized I had this at the wrong ratio. But whatever. We'll go over. Ooh, not that. We'll go over here. I wanted to look at. Oh wait, it's not here. I'll pull it up on something else. One sec. There you go. That's the right ratio. I wanted to pull up and go over the distribution chart of the decks played and the top cut and all that stuff. It'll take me a second. I have to go to retro reborn.gg. Let's see. I think it's under articles here. Yeah. That was the, oh, that's the GOAT format one. Yeah, it's the GOAT Grand Prix. Here we go. All right, so mind you, for the true stats for this event, there's 161 signups. A lot of people didn't show up, obviously. 24 people, or, you know, told him to some extent that, you know, they couldn't come or whatever. And then there's 145 turned in deck list, but 8 of those deck lists were from people who didn't end up showing up. So there's 137 players that end up attending the event, deck list turned in and all. So this is what we're going off of. So here's the conversion of the decks that topped. Georgia Karakuri had the best conversion. MGK had the second. You can kind of combine the two. So like Georgia Karakuri variants had the best conversion. Machina Georgia includes true Machina Georgia, so you play a bunch of Machinas and Georgias, and the pure Georgia list that played 1 Machina Fortress, 1 Gear Frame are included in this. So that was pretty good conversion as well. The next most amount of top cut slots, because no single list had more, or type of deck had more than 3 decks in top cut. If you want to combine all these and just call it Georgia, then you can say 8. But like pure Georgia, this version, and MGK play very different games. So I would say you could probably combine these two, but I wouldn't combine the Machina version with them. Or like the pure Georgia version, right? Can you zoom out a little? Oh, yeah. My apologies, I forgot. Can I slide this over? All right, I'll just manually zoom out. Oh, that's not working. Too much. All right, Trey, I don't know how I mess with this. Sorry, I'm technology deficient, but you can see the numbers. You won't see the conversion rates. But yeah, so yeah, wind up only at 2 spots. So basically for representation wise, let's go to the pie chart. I think it's here somewhere. Oh, come on. You gotta have it here somewhere, Nick. I might have to pull it up on Facebook. 1 second. I can do that really quickly. Pull this off to the side so you guys don't see it. I'll put on Pudding's gameplay in the meantime. Here you go. Take me just a moment. I have to go to our team chat for the RRC because that's where they're posted. I can pull up the pie chart. Oh my god, I have to scroll so far back. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's see if I can get that on screen real quick. Alright, can you guys see that? Alright, sweet. And you can kind of see everything. Nice. I can even zoom out a little bit more. There we go. So yeah, so here is the pie chart. We have heroes with the most single representation. There's 22 decks. Chaos Dragons, there was 19. In total of all the Gear combinations of played, so that includes pure Gear down here that didn't play any Machnas, Machna Gear, most of which were 1 Fortress, 1 Frame, Gear Karakuri, and MGK. In total, there was 19 of those, so that ties Chaos Dragon. If you split them into different decks, then there was 5 MGK, 8 Machna Gear, 3 Karakuri Gear, and 3 just straight pure Gear, not even 1 Fortress or Frame in it. So, but just for talking's sake, let's say that Heroes most repped, Chaos Drags and Gear variants were the second most repped. Then Windups were third, all very close, like no deck having more than 16.1%. Dino Rabbit in fourth, right? At 10.2, almost as many. Dino Rabbit had, what was it? 14 players. Windups had 16 players. Dark World, which I expected to be a little bit higher, only had 8 players, making up actually only 6% roughly of the format. And then some decks with higher representation, relatively speaking, that didn't end up topping include 6 Inzektor, 5 Six Samurai, 4 Chaos Agent variants. And then, yeah, like I said, the Chaos Dragons and Dino Rabbit didn't top as well. But yeah, so that's distribution. And then there's plenty of decks also in like the lower categories. There's also Gravekeepers, BAM, Heretic, Pure Karakuri, X-Sabers, Gladiator Beast, Herald of Perfection, Psychics, Mystic Piper, Atlantean, and yeah, list goes on. So that is the breakdown there. I'll leave that up for a second in case anyone wants to take a screenshot or anything. But you can find a lot of this information on retroreborn.gg's website. That's how I find all this, at least. And then you can even look at the top players and their decks on each deck that topped. So like for MGK, it was me, Chai on the same 40 or same 70. But you guys can see here, Larry actually played a much different list. Actually, here, better yet, I'll pull it up in Dueling Book because, oh my God, he's playing Hanzo. I have it pulled up in here, I'm pretty sure. I think maybe not. Inzektor's got 16th. That is correct. Inzektor's did get 16th. Oh, you're right. You're right. They did get a top cut spot. My apologies. Let's see. I thought I had Larry's list saved here, but maybe I didn't. Okay. Well, I'll pull it up and see if I can zoom out then. Let's see. Oh, there we go. You can kind of see it now. Yeah, a little bit's going to be cut off, but I'll just verbally tell you what's missing because I think I have to adjust my window and I don't really want to mess with it. But yeah, so here, some of the differences, actually screw it. I'll just freaking adjust it really quickly. Just make sure I do. Let me go to the correct zoom and then we'll fix this for you guys. Sorry chat, I'm a scrub with this stuff. You guys are just gonna have to deal. There we go. And then now I can adjust it. What the heck? Oh, that's why. LOL. Okay. So yeah, I'll adjust this one. Just so you guys can see the full window for a bit. Oh my god, why is this thing freaking massive? Oh my god, this is why I don't start touching shit. Okay. Why is it not showing at all? Am I done? Oh, I think I have to zoom out now. There we go. Now you guys can see it all, right? I think. If I slide this over. Yeah. All right. So yeah, there you go. It's going to be really small, and I apologize for that, but gotta do what we gotta do. All right, so that is the best way to show the whole deck. But yeah, so for Larry's list here, he plays 3 Valor in the main. He plays 43 cards. He plays 2 Birdman. He plays both VMKs. He only plays 2 Gear Frame. Main deck's 2 Lance. He does play the Pot of Avarice, which he says he wouldn't, and he plays a much smaller trap lineup. His side deck is kind of similar, but he does opt to play the Max C's instead of the additional removal. He still is on the 2 Shadow Imps like we used to be, and he doesn't main deck a Prison. He decides to side 2 of them, and then the extra deck is the exact same, except he is on what I used to play, which is the Utopia. But yeah, much different list, but it's really cool in general. All I was getting at is on this site is you can click on any of the deck lists and they auto-populate. So like if we wanted to take a look at Jackson's deck, on his pure Gear list, he's playing, he's playing he's playing true Gear Machina, so he's playing 3 Fortress, 3 Gear Frame. Okay, like I said, most of the Gear Machina were 1/1. He's playing true Gear Machina. And yeah, you can take a look here. Also, you can go to his channel if you want to hear his rationale for his choices and stuff. I do know he posted his deck list. But yeah, so that is the thing. I'll go ahead and close that. Go back to DB. Are you guys done yet? I'm trying to get a game in, baby.
We're in game 3, and it's not looking good for me.
Oh, you getting cooked?
A little bit.
Let me pull up the chat again, too. Here we go. All right. The Mad Lad said he would stream, and he's actually did it. That is true, chat. That is true. All right, where's your guys' game? Blind, I'm blind. I'm legally blind. Should have played 45 cards. You, Trey? Your deck's sick, Trey. I want to show off your deck, but I'm going to keep it a secret because we might need to play it for a future event. Did he just summon that in defense? Oh, okay, I was about to say. What in the hell? Okay.
What the hell?
You need desperately draw a removal trap.
That's a removal trap,
oh, Larry?
Right?
Should have played 45 and just played, what, more trap cards?
Goodbye, my cabazos.
I've seen a sideways Dolka.
Dolka in defense is cracked against windups.
Is it? What's wrong
none
with
of their
Dolka
monsters
attack?
can punch over it. If they like try and remove it and you lance, then they can punch over you.
I see.
I have to set this. Oh no.
Yeah, I don't think I would have sided Prison, but yeah, Larry came to quite a few different conclusions than I did, but he was kind of operating off of one of our older list. Me next. Oh, he left the duel. He didn't even say nothing. He didn't say nothing.
It might go back to host him. You gotta see.
Let's see.
Yep, he's posting again.
All right. He said, be patient. I'm here. I'm here, baby. I'm here. Ooh, we're thinking. What are we thinking? Never twice. Ah. All right. Good luck, my friend. All right. Now, I will say this is a bad matchup for him. So if he wins, it can look pretty bad on us, guys. Ooh, we're not in classic. Oh, he said, oh, shooty. Oh. He queued his Edison deck, and we saw armor and gear frame and judgment. So I don't know if we're okay with that. Might have been nefarious. He might have bricked and said he needs to restart. Can't put anything past Gauge.
Double rabbit.
Can't put anything past Gauge, just saying. Oh, now I'm going second. Get cooked. All right, that's cool.
Stream your hand, or is it on the screen?
And my hand gets cooked. No, I'm not gonna hide it. He's not sniping. He's not sniping. Oh, he's running the Chais Blackwing deck. Okay. All right. Interesting here. I do think this is just the opportunity to use this now and take the value while I can. Okay. And then we are gonna go ahead and we're just gonna set this and pass. We're just gonna set that and pass.
You have the Thunder King out.
Well, he doesn't out it on its own. You have to stick another monster.
Okay.
Him. Oh man, he's gonna say Thunder King.
This.
That's fine. It's another card out of his hand. Still 2 for 1. Okay. Now, do I bluff armor is the question. I could set up by using the compulse that. I think we do this. And I'm okay losing this, so I'm going to go ahead and set it with my compulse. And by dark holing the T-King, right, it looks like I have the armor, so.
So if he doesn't have like MST Guaiba, that would be rude. But Guaiba into a face down blind in Gyria's is...
That's risque.
So risky, yeah.
Oh man, he might have to risk it though with his hand. I think I have to use it.
And if it is a Guaiba, that's a sick call.
I'm really not mad, not one. Yeah, I know, it's kind of crazy, Brandon, because that deck's really good. Well, if his hand's bad, right, and he didn't have a choice, like if he's like, oh, if he flips armor, I'm going to lose the game anyways, he might try, right? So.
And literally the only thing that, like, does the same thing is that he has a rabbit now.
Yeah, but if he had it anyways.
Would have put you in the same position, but this prevents you from losing to the Guaiba instantly.
Ooh, Reborn from Thunder King. Sure. Oh. Okay, he's just putting the pressure on.
Well, I guess Dark Hole is gone.
Yep. It's all right. Got a pretty good answer to this board.
Really funny that Nisipachi is a straight clear for Leviathan Dragon. And then it changes to defense as well.
When it gets
like,
attacked, right?
Which is fucking sick.
Use it now. Oh, okay. I don't hate that. I think this is the play. Actually, oh, that's a misplay. I was supposed to hold it as my discard for Fortress. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I have to let it die now. Fudge, why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? It's the stream. Blame you guys. I blame you guys. Okay. We'll try to Fiendish.
Fiendish chill.
It'll re-equipped even if he lances, so like we'd be chill with it there. Okay, like to see it? You like to see it?
Honestly, even if it's like kind of mid due to the fact that they still contribute negate the inherent, Fiendish Chain kind of nice on Thunder King, so you can actually start plussing.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Ooh, macro, spicy.
Oh, that's interesting because that turns off his own Thunder King, but I guess means
Yeah, but I'm not summoning fire. Oh, I guess yeah, if I wanted to synchro. How'd this turn into a game? I had Georgiano and Strategist, my only monsters for the first 2 turns. Marcus, I said top 5 decks earlier in order. Do you agree or disagree? Can you
say
compulse? Sure.
Geargia windups, Dark World, or sorry, 1 is Geargia, 2 windups, 3 Bubble Beat, 4 Chaos Dragons, 5 Dark World.
Yeah, it's pretty close to what I would say at the moment as well. Do I care more about the graveyard? I think I care more about just making a Giga Next right now. Nice. So this is max damage. Just don't summon a big monster. Am I supposed to just Gemini Pearl?
I don't know. I mean, that's hard for him to out if he draws a rabbit, but
That's what I was saying. I think it's tribute to the grave or just tribute? It's just tribute.
Which one?
I think I had this guy.
Thunder King can't negate.
No, I know, but it's just tribute, so it can work under macro. Is all.
No, Thunder King doesn't.
No, I'm talking about.
I don't think it does.
I'm talking about Arsenal.
Oh, Arsenal, yeah,
tribute.
Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal's fine. What can you top deck?
I do have a Georgiano engraved, by the way.
That is. Oh yeah.
Relevant.
The fact that Georgian floats when he's like compulsed or banished is fucking insane.
Yeah, removed at all.
Yeah.
Okay, setting a monster. That's good for us. All right, so we could be on Reaper, right?
Could be.
So I think the best bet is to normal this attack, and then if I have to main phase 2, I can Pappy it.
That's fair.
He could also be on frickin' whatchamacallit, but I don't think he is.
Well, Sangan sucks right now. It's a Sangan.
I see. Ah,
Oh, baby.
we did it. Sometimes I side a needle, it just depends. All right, so that's coming out for sure. Against his list.
I think maybe he shouldn't have flipped the macro there.
Yeah, definitely quite possible.
Because he still has the Thunder King negate and he has the D Prison. And then if you have an MST, it's an unknown. Whereas the macro doesn't really do anything to gears other than just making the Fortress more just like costly to discard.
If he doesn't have macro, Fortress is just too good. It's too good.
He had both the Prison and the Thunder King tribute itself to negate
I'll
it.
take that. This is a kind of funny out to Lagia. But I think it's relatively bad. I think against this deck, I'm not... See, I want to like slam on the grave cards, but also like this is just so good, and this is so good when playing into traps. I was originally, so when I originally played the deck, it was Avarice would come out, Valor would come out, so it would be this, and I was only siding like this. And when I changed my deck before the event, the extra one card wasn't intended for Rabbit. Actually, we'll just side how we had sided in the past and just roll with that. You're missing Search MK2, then. I'm not missing that a whole lot, to be honest with you. My man Strategist is always coming to the rescue. People hate on drawing Strategist. I just see it as another busted card. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you saw, it just got rid of a 2500 attack monster, and then on his turn, chump blocked. On his turn, chump blocked right afterwards. So I'm just saying.
It's the house.
All right, so with this is definitely that. And then we're going to set 3.
This is 100%. We're going to eat the Nobleman watch. The satisfaction.
I mean, you're a nutcase if you're holding Nobleman and not hitting on this. You like have to take the risk. You know what I mean?
You have to take the risk.
Oh.
Oh.
Sure. Okay. Man, same. I'm drawing the same monsters as last game. All right, let's see. Is Y? Huh? Huh? What's up, buddy? Yeah, we're gonna number this. Let's see what he does. Oh, he's allowing it. He is allowing it. Did not think we'd get to this point. Can do a nice measly attack. Sure, that's not being used on our
feels
Fortress.
Pretty good. Yeah, +1, baby.
All right, got to imagine that his set is either a Singin or a Reaper or a Snowman, I guess, but just depending on his build.
I feel like if it's any one of those things, you don't deprison.
Yeah, maybe. And I don't know if that's true.
I feel like it's a dino he was trying to protect.
It's definitely possible. Nima. Are you gonna be at San Jose, Nima? I'm gonna attempt to do this. Lance. Ooh,
It was a dinosaur.
Why would you think if this was armor?
Oh, we going for the MST beforehand.
I'm getting stream sniped. Oh
shit.
If he attacks, I'm definitely getting stream sniped.
What are you gonna make? Only making the Doka. Debated.
Got my ass. I'm so sad. I did hit the bottomless, which makes me feel like that's Starlight or Judgment, because he said everything. No?
Starlight? Yeah, maybe? I don't know.
I think it is. Yeah, it's Judgment. Okay, I knew it was 102.
Oh, that's so cash value.
Yeah, I have to use this. Simplified game state. How many times do you see this in Redo? No.
With a sneezy man. Goodbye, sneezy man.
Can't afford a Logia.
Fattest gear frame top deck. No.
Yeah, give me gear frame. I don't open that card online, I guess. I'm gonna do that. I can't afford you just leaving big guys on board and punching me. Then I lose all the value of my warning. That's actually kind of low-key good. What a game. Okay, neither of us are doing anything.
You have a lot of starters to draw.
And he's looking for...
He's got no anything either, by the sounds of things.
Alright.
Bro, what is happening right now? I gotta refresh the stream. For some reason, it always has delay. He's also... Ooh.
He's gonna rabbit me. Yep.
A bunny.
I had a feeling.
Munch.
Owie. There it is.
Get back row with it. You got one back row, one mystery back row.
Okay, so how do I play this? I think I do this. No.
Oh.
Please.
Dunder King Ryo.
Oh man. I think I have to do it here. Ah. Okay, now it's decision time though. Because he's been holding a card in hand for a while. That could easily be... I think... Oh man. Could be Dark Hole. I'm going to be in trouble regardless. Maybe I'm not supposed to do this. But I think sitting on an armor is fine. You know what's even funnier? Not going to set it. Player on knock.
It's player on knock. Yeah, I was wondering if people were going to start doing that more.
Told you,
Okay,
I knew it. I knew it.
He knew it.
I knew it was there. Ah. Okay, okay, you get that one. You get that one, Gage.
That was a good game.
Well played, buddy. Well played. Alrighty. Oh man. Okay.
If people start playing around knock, do you think people are going to side in shield crush?
I think I'm just gonna keep this. Go with my normal game plan.
I know
If you didn't play gear, what would you have played?
Shield crush.
I would have probably played either wind-ups or agents. Okay. Do I play around heavy? We'll play around heavy mildly.
Oh.
I said mildly. This plays around Dark Hole too.
Random Cyber Dragon from Gage, go.
Definitely possible.
Oh, close.
It's pretty good. I wonder if he plays needle sealing or not. Is the trap stun walk or am I getting judgmented? There it is.
Getting good. Is that a Sandy Gain? It is.
A Sandy Gain. There's Rescue Rabbetty. Okay, let's go. Grr.
Last card of deep prison.
Is he got a warning too?
Oh, it's a yes.
Do I attack is the question? I don't think so. he was willing to set all that, he shouldn't have heavy in hand.
What if that last card was heavy? The pro set of the century.
That'd be crazy to think you would use all 3 of your traps turn 1 against a deck that wants to set an armor and pass. Yeah, I really like playing... Oh, I like the BAM deck a lot, too. I think that deck can be innovated some. He could have... No, he used Judgment, so maybe he doesn't have Starlight then. I was going to say, could theoretically have Starlight. Dun, dun, dun.
Hit him with the big dog.
Spencer's still here. I wanted to ask him how he felt that so many people are rooting against him. Is he trying to mind control me? What's going on here? I think that's okay. Sure. Compulse on my guy. Yeah, that's fine.
Shaboink. I do think a lot more decks should be siding, like all the 4 decks should be siding mind control. I know somebody was talking about that for heroes, but it's really good against gears. You can also set it when you're doing your bubble man play, which is kind of nice. So we've yet to see a nobleman. There's a bunny.
Do it now in case he has a Lancey. Or Road.
Oh, yep. Gaming.
Yeah. Lance or Road is so he can... I thought it was Lance because he put one of these guys on board first, but it was Road because, yeah, makes sense. And now you're going to see why the bottomless hold is so fucking good. If he drew a Lance, though, that would be annoying. Okay, we're in the game state that we like. As long as he doesn't set a warning.
Yeah, that MST was sick.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that might be the good night card. Unless I get Bailored. That would be awkward. Alright. Basically, I'm really nice now. Ooh. And then... Edge. I think I want to add... Gear frames are dead, but I can equip it, which is kind of nice. So might be that plus that, but I think I want to do this. Yeah. Normal. Yeah. Hey, glad you're enjoying it at the gym. Oh yeah, dude, secret first wind-up rabbits skyrocketed. They're like $60 or something now. So we're gonna like hedge against MST Darkhole a little bit, since we're in a really commanding spot. It's...
Oh, shit.
think that I might... Yeah, he should just be dead. Yeah, that's fine. I'll judge it.
His only card is a Reborn, yeah.
GG's. Very well played.
That was a good game, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he played like extremely well. Like he was playing around my traps so well.
Heavy.
Let's test Edison before San Jose. Nice-oo. All right, you and I get one pudding. Let me read some of the
I might have to do one quick one and gotta go.
Oh, you only
like
live 20 minutes away, Nima, from frickin' San Jose? That's cracked. So what you're saying is we're staying at your place. Let's go. You didn't play gear. Yeah, I already mentioned that. Yo, we still here.
I'm hosting. Oh, that's a single.
Being the heel is fun. I didn't mind. Yeah, Bella said that when we were playing, she heard someone say that they love Dark World and want him to win, and she was like, I think that might have been the only person watching the screen that was wanting you to win. But I know on stream, if you watch the stream back, they were saying I think two of the commentators were like, I'm so sick of Geargia. I hope the Dark World guy wins. And not that much. Well, the first ads did, didn't they? The wind up rabbits.
The first ads got bought out.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like a one like play for 17, and then I think they start at like 40 or 50 bucks.
How many viewers we got? Ah, nice. Just chilling at 30 some odd. Bang!
You can't do this to me.
My man is in Australia. He forgot how to play RPS.
That's true.
See, these are the hands.
Oh, you know what that is.
This is why these are the hands. Is why you have to play the Machina engine, by the way, and can't play just pure Karka or Geargia. What the hell? What the heliante?
What he's setting. Rude.
How rude. All right. Let's start with Birdman.
Yes, sirski.
Okay, normal. Effect. The moon.
Yeah, effect is good.
Let's see. I'm gonna add a cannon.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, that gets banished. Effect to summon from deck.
Yes, sirski.
Let's see. Yeah, I know Morgan said he was rooting for me by the end after he realized it was me. That's crazy. Morgan betrayed me and he didn't even know who he was rooting for. I got my OG first wind-up core a couple of weeks ago after the... I remember you posting asking for it. I'm glad you got it in time. I heard accelerators are going up already for Geargia too.
I think the Poppy and the Maestroke are the two most undervalued things. Although Poppy has been bought out to 20 bucks. But it was like 10 bucks. It's a 14-year-old AP ulti.
I'm gonna flip your guy to attack.
Okay, I'm gonna activate Westlow.
What the hell? What the heliante?
Is that good?
I guess.
What do I want to do here? Yeah, fuck it. Effect. Clear your background.
I'll chain and target my watchdog.
Yep, that's good.
Die.
I will take 1,000.
All right. right. Well. Go ahead. Can't say I expected to play against this, but I love this deck. I want someone to innovate this deck. I feel like it's close to being good. But it's like similar to Wind Up that you need all your best plays or 2-card plays.
What's the best way to do this?
Spencer, if it means anything, in my top cut run, you were definitely my hardest opponent, buddy.
Nah, sorry, thinking here.
And I'll see you at the monthly. We can play some more practice games for fun.
God, it sucks that the other effect is that. Otherwise, that would... You know what? Fuck it, we ball.
Evo Diversity. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Made the West, though.
Another Westlow.
Here you go.
Okay. Let's see. I will declare to switch to attack.
Isn't it Josho? Hello.
Die. Tribute to take. Yeah, that's fine.
Which order do I want to go here? And fuck it, let's take out another back row.
I will negate.
Okay.
That's why originally I was flipping it. Flipping the yams. Oh wait.
The fortress.
I was in battle phase, right? Wait, was I?
Yeah, you were in battle phase.
I'm not doing this then. You knew.
Okay.
You knew both those cards, anyways, probably.
Sure. You can if you want. You know.
I think I'm forced to do this, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. We'll take that.
And go ahead. Open board. Oh yeah, who knows? Our bracket could have been way different.
Don't kill me, bro. Don't do it.
What's going on here?
Could be anything.
Could be anything. Could be that Westlow you searched. Is that what you mean?
No. I don't play that card. That card's bad, man.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Forgot. That card's bad. Let's see here.
The fortress, yep. Don't view your extra deck, man. That's rude as fuck. Get out of there.
Trying to determine what my best play is.
Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do me like that. Oh. Yep.
It's best to not Big Eye, but do that. I don't know, Big Eye's pretty good though.
That's where you reveal that you're also playing the Eagles?
Could you imagine?
I get fucking fry cooked.
Actually, I think it's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Oh wait, I detached the wrong one, but it's okay. It's okay. Wait, is it okay? Yeah, it's okay.
Are you doing 700? That's kind of rude.
Good. Definitely supposed to attach the other one, but it's cool. Rearrange and
Yes, you were.
Ah.
I guess the fortress clears, but it's a lot more awkward of a clear.
I'll take 12. That's cool. We're still chilling. We're still chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Diversity. Sure.
Doing the Josho.
Sure. Interesting. I mean, I definitely just have to attack this. Yep.
Effect.
Yep.
Volcano effect.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Add the third one. Decisions. Yep. Think to the summon.
Okay.
If you are to use parade target, force the effect to activate, then you can chain Dolka. So I have to do this before you activate. Actually,
That was my whole plan.
Actually, was it better to bounce the beret? I think it was. Oh well.
Rude.
Yeah, it definitely was, but oh well. So you have a Najasho in hand?
No. What do you mean? I don't. Bad card, bro.
What are you talking about?
I'll think fuck. Okay. Huh.
Hey, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
2, 3, 4, and a 5. Heavy storm.
I thought for sure you'd put back all the Westlows. Used to see me on the west side. Okay. What's going on here? What are you up to, buddy? I'll pass. Something nefarious is going on here.
I'll pass back.
Okay. Fog it. You're bound. What are you targeting? Which monster?
The Fortress E.
Sure. You will. All right. Now that might change things, does it? Let's see. So definitely starts with this.
Yep.
Then this.
Yep.
And then it's that guy. Search. Dump. Don't have Kirgiano in rotation. So now we will use his effect.
Yep.
Effect. Ooh, why did I forget he can summon back my tuner? That's pretty good. That's really good. Is that what I want to do? Think it is.
Yep.
The set monster.
Goodbye.
Effect of accelerator.
Drawn the volcano. Yep.
Now, do I play this slow or aggressive? I think slow is fine because your deck needs 2 cards to play most of the time. So just don't play into Dark Hole, basically. Go ahead.
Was the correct play?
Yep. Yuppers. Attack.
Ah, oui.
I'm so nice. I need to look at freaking chat, not ignore it all the time. Oh, thank you, Spencer. If only true I read that. We love Evol's pudding, my goat. Yeah, I love him too. Rearrange Evol and you get love. Wow.
That's true.
Which we all do.
That's true.
Oh, you don't like the Pure Gear build, Brandon? I think it's still good. Yeah, I don't know. I just really wish I liked the ceiling a lot.
Damn it. This fucking deck.
Sometimes in my tears I drown.
Oh my god, man.
But
Stop drawing the fucking dinos. I play 6 of them.
Hey, it's like Dino Rabbit. But you need 2 cards.
Well, Weslow's a 1-card starter. Najasha's like either the best or ass.
Fact.
Yep.
Wee woo.
Oh, well, there's what I needed.
Are Blackwings good in this format? Unfortunately, Harrison, no.
Would you have compulsed on the set?
Your set monster? Yeah. And killed you.
Yeah. No, I mean...
Oh, if you set a monster right away and I didn't kill you? Yeah, probably. Because why let you
I mean, like,
activate your
if
spell?
instead of drawing the thing, I draw that, and then I can activate the spell.
Oh.
And then it tributes its cost. I can pop your back row in a new chain and then make...
Yeah, but I can just chain the compulse so you can't make it anyways.
It tributes its cost, and then you can bring out the spell and trap card popper.
No, I know, but I just popped the spell, or I just bounced the spell and trap card popper, and you've already used your normal summon.
Oh, no, but Najasha also triggers.
No, I know, so you get one guy.
Evo Force gives me 1, and then
mean.
I can make a Lagia or Oka.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been too late anyways.
I don't think it puts me in a bad spot. I guess, did you draw the gear frame, or did you have...
No, I searched it.
Because it pops the compulse, you chain it to the dino, then I make a Dolka run over the set armor, negate the armor.
I still summon Fortress the next turn, though. Because I had one in hand,
fair.
remember?
I have Evil Zor Diplo, the power card, in my hand. It's just a worse Gabazals. Alright, I gotta go. I gotta
become a low tier god. I'm a redo noob,
Thanks,
but
Marcus.
am I wrong to cut average from wind up? No, I don't think you're wrong. I think you're welcome, Pudding. Thanks for joining us. Have fun in class.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too, man. No, Tim, I don't think so. I think that, like, so the weird thing about wind up is if you're playing something that like either makes your deck more consistent, if that's your issue, I think it's fine to cut it. Or if you play additional traps to protect your weenies, I don't mind cutting it. Because like if you run through your engine, you're probably winning the game anyways. The only time I want it is like sometimes in the gear matchup, like pure gear, when they go first and you get in that grind, that's when Avarice can come up and be like crazy good. Can't see life points. Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot I did this, so you guys would be able to see life points. Here, I'll go into solo really quick to show you what I mean. I did this so you guys could see it on the left side. That way I could still have my stuff here, but I forgot. Oopsies. All right, anyone want to play? Anyone want to get a game of redo in? I think I got one more in me before I have to eat dinner. I'll play something else too. If not, I'm just gonna blind host. Sniff. It's all right, we didn't lose any matches with our deck, so still undefeated, baby. All right, all seriousness. What's on the menu tonight? What is my wife cooking? Something with chicken, I think. Oh yeah, I can test the second place wind up list. I can do a game with it. I think I was having trouble importing it. Let's see if it works. Improper YDK. You know the reason? For some reason, freaking Monster Reborn wasn't getting recognized by anything. No problem, Brandon. Peace out. Thanks for joining. Monster Reborn wasn't getting recognized, and everyone had to manually type it in into topdeck.gg. So I think that's the reason a lot of these deck lists are struggling to import over. But yeah, I could just manually do it, but I'm really lazy. Hey, thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, that means a lot. That one was quite the heavyweight. Maybe because the alt art. I did think about that because I play the alt art. I had that issue. I don't know if that's the same for everyone else, though. Oh, DB's doing DB things. See ya around, Enrage. Thanks for joining the stream. I appreciate you, brother. That's the list that one. Let's see. Oh, I can play this if you guys want something spicy. Spellbook, baby. I feel like it's probably terrible, but I was trying to cook it. We were trying to cook it. I copied Spencer's list somewhere on here. Oh, here it is. Bang! In alphabetical order, too. The wind-up deck looks nice. Yeah, like actually physically looks nice. Deck itself might not. I'm trying. It's just priestess control though, because you just use this guy to get the priestess. You obviously hard summon priestess, use this to revive it. And then it's just like trap cards and popping cards every turn. It's probably not very good, to be honest. Let's see. Can play some Chaos Drags. It's never a bad choice. I think Trey said he's about to hop on, so I'm going to play Trey. Oh, he has a spicy deck too, though. Could just play good old-fashioned windups. This is how I was playing it. Actually, that's a lie. I originally didn't play these, and I played upstarts. So this is what my list looks like. That was a copy of, or I was trying the other person's list. This is what my wind-up main looks like. But I probably, like, after this weekend, I'd probably cut this. I'd want to fit in like just more generically good normal summons, like a Thunder King or something, probably. Oh, you guys want to see the Jank series deck I was working on? Do any of you guys follow Fraser's Jank series? Oh, and the side, the Souk. Yeah. Yeah. But here is the Jank series spice. It's literally taking the concept of BAM and trying to apply it to Edison. So you play Barbros and Barbros and trade in. There's no other good Beast Warriors, but we play Rhinos because it's randomly just kind of well statted, and dodging all the traps and using your own traps like dodge too is pretty good. And then for machines, those are some of the better cards in the Jank series. So you play the Trooper, which is good for setting him up and setting this up. You play Sidras, you play the Dracoichis. And then obviously Gores is just good. I'd probably play a Trag, but I don't know. And then, yeah, trade-in's a good draw engine. Chalice is good because you can use it against like Warrior Lady and other cards too, to prevent your guys from dying. But then you can also use it to make Barbros 34, and then when he returns to normal, he goes back to 3k. Or you can use it for 4,200 damage play with the And then, yeah, obviously Call is kind of more busted with the trade-in build and milling and whatnot. And then, yeah, this is a build. I also thought about trying to make a build where you play a different trap lineup with these. And since you play so many bombs, playing the I can't say his name ever, Vandalgion, because obviously the Papa card is good. Spell's kind of mid, but then negating a monster with like Wrath also allows you to summon a guy. So yeah, that's my Jank series idea I was working on. Have not really played it much other than a couple of games against Spencer, though. Oh, dang, it's starting to get late, boys. I think I'm going to play one match against Trey and then probably call it a night. He said he's going to be a couple minutes. Hurry the fuck up, Trey. The people are waiting. Unless someone... Oh, he said if anyone else wants to play, they're more than welcome to. So feel free. The last card, Gem Imps versus Dark World. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I had it in my hand post the card destruction. So it was I always had it. But yeah, when I set the MST, I had the option of normal summoning the Gem Imps and making Shockmaster. Why Suki, by the way? Yeah, Suki's more so there when you're doing like the float rabbit play and whatnot to out cards like the Thunder Kings and whatnot. I don't even know if it's worth it. It's also something that's a good tool to reset your already used wind up effects, since they're once while face up on the field, and then you can flip summon them and start using their effects. Comes up a lot when you're under Messenger or like decks that struggle to attack over the 1800 defensive magician. But yeah. I don't know what to play. All right, I feel like I'm wasting time. I gotta play something. Let's try out. Oh, yeah. Which Discord? Or no, you should jump in. One sec, Trey. We can hop in solo duo in the Hishnov channel so no one else can join it. What do you think of other dinosaur variants? So evols or other Dino Rabbit variants? Or are you talking about playing some ninjas? Asking the good questions here, James. I just enjoy playing the Dino variants. I'm not an advocate saying that they're great or anything. They're just a lot of fun. Is that toxic? It's a lot of fun to negate cards.
I don't think that's toxic.
All right, let's play. You can play whatever you want. I'm gonna play.
I'm gonna go ahead and try this then.
Okay.
I was given a couple recommendations on a deck, and I have to test it now.
Okay, I see you. I don't know what I want to play. I'm so picky.
I'm hosting, same password.
All right. That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna play good
I
old
gotta get music
fashioned
set up
Simon
anyway.
He deck. Literally his card, his list card for card. Did I set it as a default? I didn't. Easy switch. All right, you hosting? You said.
Yeah, hosting unlimited.
Yep, I got it. Let's get it.
Okay. Stream snipe.
Fail.
Did not stream snipe well enough.
Ah. Yeah, stream snipe harder, Trey. You guys. Oh, I just realized my music stopped playing. Let me fix that. It's probably been off for a good minute. We're gonna listen to the N64 lo-fi this time.
Nice.
All right. Okay. Okay. I like this hand.
Just one of us. I like it. I like the card. I like this hand a little more now.
This was the. By the way, this is the deck that I played and got my first regional top with, and it was in this format.
Nice. My first regional top, I think, was Black Wings.
Oh dang.
But that was like 2011. They've just been hit again.
Definitely past their prime, but still.
Yeah. That's a crazy card to draw.
James, do you dabble in REDU format? You are a professor. Okay, okay. That was pretty good. That's pretty good. Anything here?
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, all good.
I'm gonna do it again.
Yep, no response. Are you gonna do it again? Already up on life?
No, I'm not. Unless.
If I was gonna max C, I would have done it on the second one.
Unless I am gonna do it again.
Nice.
$900.
Yep.
1,400.
14.
2,000.
I'll take 2K.
Dun, 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 dun.
Second gachi.
He doesn't play 2? Oh, I'm trolling.
Yikes.
I am trolling. It's okay.
Okay, armor arm's pretty good.
It's not that good, but like, you know, I like the idea of having
You got
a
3K.
3,000 attack Venus. Oh no. Yeah. Hey, 3,000 attack Venus gets over Herald. I'm just saying.
It sure do.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. Why does this feel like you have honest?
What? What makes you say that?
Wait, are you playing real trap cards now?
What?
Okay, let me think.
I told you I was given an idea. Took me like 2 hours. I've been cooking some stuff.
You're playing Call the Haunted, or are you just wanting to bring it back if it dies? Can you do that? Yes,
You sure can. Spin something correctly.
All right, let's think here. Going to attack. Safe zone. Cannot be destroyed with battle or opponent's card effect. Your opponent cannot target it with card effects, so it cannot attack your opponent directly. Okay.
I'll take 12 though, that's fine.
I see. Alright, me too.
Yep.
I will Attempt to heavy storm.
I will have to negate that.
I assumed. I only assumed. Alright, go ahead. Safe zone.
Go ahead.
Interesting. Very interesting.
But I can play trap cards.
So, monster cannot be destroyed by battle or cones. Card effects. Your opponent
can't be
cannot
targeted.
target it with card effects.
Okay.
I see. So you're trying to chill and wait.
Yeah, we got time. You've got a hand limit, and I've got trap cards now. Go ahead.
Okay, it's a good start.
I'll negate.
Okay.
Pretty good.
I'll use the effect targeting the safe zone.
Pretty good. Okay, you got me.
All right, all right. Was a little concerned there for a second, not gonna lie. Man, the side deck is definitely not prepared for whatever the fuck you're playing. I don't even know.
What was that tier 3 format you were talking about?
Jank series? LOL. I don't even know how I'm supposed to side right now.
Mission accomplished.
All right, chat. This is the easiest solution ever.
Just press done siding.
That's what I was gonna say. F it, I'll do it for the memes. I was only gonna side one card if I sided anything, I think. I don't know how many traps you actually play. I feel like that might be it.
After turn.
Yep. Oh, let me put the life points thing up for y'all. Bang! See? Easy. Why didn't I think of that to
Go
begin
ahead.
with? Alright, stand by. Main phase, main phase.
Yep. Fair enough. Ooh. We don't like that card around here.
We don't like that card, partner. Alright, feel good about that. Feel good about that. There's no shot you play battle traps. There's no shot.
You might play battle traps.
No. You play lands and safe zone. You're trying to play protect the castle deck. Man, I definitely should have decided. This card's ass. But it's fine. It's fine. We're still chilling. Just keep punching away. You just have to hard draw the combo. Oh no.
It does hurt. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Card draw or bust. Yeah, I'll take 19.
Is it worth? No, it's definitely safe zone. You just chain it on my guy.
What makes you say that?
Stand by.
Yep.
Main.
Yep.
Okay. Activate.
Yeah, I'll scoop.
Oh, you didn't have safe zone. It was call then.
Did not.
I was
It
like,
call.
if you know, it's funny. If this all died, I was just gonna do this for game.
Fair. Okay. One more time.
All right. But then
You got this.
then I have to go eat.
That's fair. But that was a swift 2-0.
That was pretty swift. Dang, got my ass back.
I started stream sniping.
Started stream sniping. Dude, how is it that we're averaging more viewers now that we're playing Jank? What's going on here? No one likes the meta matchups?
That's how it goes, I guess. Draw for turn.
Yep. They're like, what the Herald safe zone? What's going on here? Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, nope, that's not where it goes. Anything on the second?
No, you're good. On your 5th summon, I would like to Nibiru, though.
Judge.
What do you mean? Chai T is playing Counter-Strike. Thanks for informing me, Steam.
I'll pay number 5.
That's the 5th summon. What the F? And Herald? Come on, man.
And Jin. Hard Jin.
And Jin. And 2 negates. And safe zone. Oh, okay.
No safe zone. If it was safe zone, he'd be in attack mode. He's just big enough that what's his face? Yeah, you could. Acid Golem can't punch over. What back row?
Actually, I'm gonna attack that.
That's fine. It'll die.
Hey, yo, I'm here too. What's up, bros? That's just how I imagine Chai speaking to me. Thanks, buddy. Chai, it just said you were playing Counter-Strike. It wouldn't be lying to me, would it? Alright, what am I doing here? Why is the answer scooping?
Yeah, I guess it's fair. I'll take 5. That's pretty good.
It's not that good, though. On attack declaration.
Okay.
Okay. Damage step?
Sure.
Or,
I'll make it your honest.
okay. I'll take 22 to, I take 3.
Mhm.
Not being able to special summon is quite the pickle.
Yeah, it's the only reason why I feel safe having him in attack.
You have Venus in hand. Alright, gotta play to my outs. Oh, wrong card. There we go. Go ahead.
I know what that is.
Yep,
It's a Venus special summoned in defense.
that's what it is. Yeah. Are you keeping a prize card? Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, exactly. I'm selling it back to the Circuit Series. Thanks on the congrats, brother. Appreciate it. Ooh, that's interesting. I will mind control.
What's the target?
Targeting. The Gotchi.
Targeting the Gotchi. That just makes you guys a little too big. So no, thank you.
Okay. Okay. I will.
I think I would have cared less if you took Herald.
Normal
Because you
summon.
still can't spend. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a reason I did it that way, right?
Right.
I will activate tribute to take Gotchi.
Should we take Gotchi? Have already normal summon this turn? Yeah, you can have it. I will negate that one.
No.
He's down to an 18.
Ooh, take 9. I had to try. Now I have to hope you have 0 fairies and I topped at Christia. Seems easy enough. Are you going to
Doesn't
Vegas?
kill you.
I am not going to Vegas LDS. Unfortunately, I freaking wish, dude. Oh, well, you know. It's okay. We'll go game 3. We'll go game 3. Wait.
It's game 1. It's a new match.
Oh, it is? Oh, I 2-0'd you. That's right.
I'll side in the card.
Oh, man. This matchup is brutal. I want so many of this is bad. So much of this is bad. But because you play that, I have to do that. Alright, oh, trying to win for me. Let's go. Oh, you got 3rd at Rivals? I think I know who you are. That's sick. Are you gonna stay on dinos though? Might be tough then. Fick.
Yeah. Love that guy.
Yep. I know who you are. Yeah, I mean, dude, I hope you do well. I freaking love the dinosaur deck. Need someone to do well with it. Am I crazy if I do that? Maybe.
Summon your own Jin. Actually side the 15 card Herald engine.
Nice. They will see you. Hell yeah, we can definitely get a selfie.
Yep, he's pretty good.
And
Sorry,
go ahead.
Here's the card. It was not the card.
I hope you do well at Vegas. I have a couple friends going to Vegas. I would have gone had I not already booked for San Jose. And yeah, I don't know. I just really enjoy RRCs. So, oh man. Okay. That's one way to get it out.
It sure is.
Tour guide short. Sure.
I think I just don't like your monster.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take 1,000.
Sure.
And face pop.
That'll do. But I get a special summon still. Yeah.
You do get special summon. They should really patch that in Yu-Gi-Oh 2.0.
Yu-Gi-Oh 2.0 is crazy. This guy almost won Vegas. 2-3 against... I think you mean Chicago? I wasn't at the Vegas 3v3. I haven't been to any of the retro 3v3s, unfortunately. I wish I have. All right, what was I up to?
Is it like a format through the ages with that? Do you have like 3 different retro formats?
Yeah, good stuff, man. Yeah, it's one of those, Trey. Normal.
Yeah.
Effect.
Yep.
Pay 5 again.
I'll negate it that time.
Okay.
Always feels great when you draw the level 6 Benoa.
Yeah, I knew you had it because you didn't, Shine Ball.
Here comes Hyperion.
One turn.
Oh no.
I don't think that's the best deck. The best deck in Tengu is most definitely the Pudding Fairy deck with triple Sork, Tour Guides. Freaking, oh, it's so nasty.
You don't think it's Tengu plants?
Yeah. I hear my dogs going off. Wife must be home or no, she's cooking, I think, already. So they must see something outside. Sorry if you guys hear my dog flipping out. Let's see. We will... end turn.
6 in hand.
I get it, but I don't know. Maybe it's better than I'm giving it credit for. Semi?
Yep.
Main?
Yep.
It's randomly kind of good for me. Target?
Have to decline.
Okay, fair. Attack.
Gonna econ it into attack mode.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll take drag effect.
Ah, okay, thinking. No, I'll negate that.
Okay.
He's scary.
Phase 2. Reborn, target Treg.
Target Treg. Yeah.
Good. Hey, sounds good. See you soon, brother. Hope you do well at the LDS in Vegas. I saw Harold get super polyed at the RRC. I think that was against freaking Trey.
I can guarantee it was against me. There was one Herald deck.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate that, man. Thanks, Sasha. Appreciate it, dude. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start streaming every Wednesday at 6:30. That's what my wife and I had been talking about. So
That'd be sick.
yeah, I feel like I kind of start playing and then not paying attention a lot, but I'll get better as I do it. Setting one, okay. Let's go. Battle?
Yep.
We did it!
He's dead. The Wicked Witch is dead.
That's gotta be Sangan set, right?
Could be anything.
Could be anything.
You should Dark Hole and find out.
True. You have one in hand? What do I do? What do I do? All right. I will activate.
Oh shit. I was kidding. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Feel a little bit better about this choice now. Target?
Yeah, that's fine.
End phase? Zen mains pop itself. Go ahead.
Well, that's pretty good. That's really good.
My friend Adam hit. Oh, dang. Nice. My friend Adam hit 3 United with Spell Shattering Arrow. That's crazy. Dude, I freaking wish. That's nuts. I'm gonna need you to stop doing that.
I was trying to big brain play around like drag, punch into Herald. You have a whole play set. But nah. Out here ruining my fun. What is your set? Sengan?
Could be anything.
That's the only set, right? Sengan Venus? No, you'd use Venus. Unless I was killing it. I feel like you'd still use it.
Oh yeah, what deck did you end up playing, Sasha? I don't know if I talked to you much about the redo. Oh, you played Chaos Drags.
I'll pass. Love Chaos Dragon. It's a great deck.
Normal?
Yeah.
Do I have to do that? It's kind of gross.
Yeah, we thought this was happening. Oh, we didn't think that was happening. That's fine.
You gotta get over him.
Yeah, he does.
My friend Jeff lost on the bubble with windups for Shy. Hey, lost to me and Shy. Jeff's pretty good too.
Rough matchups.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I forgot you said that. Oops. Sorry, Fletcher. Or sorry about Fletcher. I love Fletcher. Too. Jeff is good. He topped 3 YCSs and Nats in 2011. Oh dang.
That seems so good. Oh no, but you already have him up. Ugh. Okay, he doesn't want you to kill it, so most I'm taking here is what? That's fine, go ahead.
Wow,
Yep, I'll take 41.
Oh, we'd have to detach one also. Let me see.
Yeah, we're paid 2,000, either one. Hand knowledge of honest though, it's crazy. Anything in draw face?
Nope. Hey, Lionel. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Homie from Argentina. Just did you lock yourself? LOL. Sure.
Activate Dawn.
Sure. Okay.
Back to Dawn.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I will pay 2K.
It's 2,000 damage, and I'll negate it.
It's a maintenance cost.
Is it a maintenance cost?
Yeah. It's not an
Wait.
activated effect.
Be sure.
I'm like 90% sure. I'll double check. Actually, yeah, I have to open a tab that doesn't interrupt stream. You might be right, but let me see.
I thought it was like Lava Golem. It's an effect that activates in standby.
Oh, did you find it?
Yeah, I found the OCG ruling on it, but
Okay. I thought it was because it had to. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Then I will. Set. Go ahead. Oh wait, I'm gonna set this. Then go ahead.
that's fine. Draw.
Mm-hmm.
Stand by me.
Guess I'm wrong. Hold on. I'm gonna read the chat really quick. Hi, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, I blame Yichang. I was gonna play Gears and played online a bit. Talked me out of it. I love Gears. Meta,
These are a
hello.
lot of
Any
fun.
suggestions on how to get a spot in big Edison tourneys? Spots fill up fast. They sure do. They announce it. You probably get about a good hour once announced. So I would make sure to be in the LDS group, the RRC group. And those are like the two that I think will fill up the fast for, especially for Edison. Be in those and just have your notifications on. You'll get pinged, and typically have like 1 to 4 hours to sign up before they fill up. Time needed. Happy I did well in it. Yeah, you cooked in Edison. You play really well, Sasha. Like very by the book well. That's right. It's a trigger. Okay, it's trigger. Got it. I didn't put in much time into redo either and placed way higher than I should have. Got carried by gears. Yeah, if you don't put in the time, I would say to play pure gear. It's rough on the weekends. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely rough. I agree. It's hard. Luckily for me, I have like my friends spamming my phone to sign up when something comes up we want to go do. You're good, Trey. Sorry.
No, you're good.
When you attempt to leave the main phase.
Yep.
And to target both.
Okay, we'll negate that.
I will attempt to Valor the Herald.
Okay, I will negate that.
Right. Draw.
Now you're honest, it's live.
That's true.
Yeah.
Effect the honest
It's actually
bounce.
probably like, oh, yeah. Say honest is probably the out here.
Sure is.
Oh, you can't special your Gin lock?
Oh, you ginned it? Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
Different bandit.
All right. Then I'm just going to flip some in honest, attack this, and pass.
That's
and
fine.
bounce and pass.
Yeah.
Ooh, Genlock is gross. Why did I think you've summoned
Finally.
2 already? So, oh, come on. What do you mean, finally?
Finally, what do you mean? Let's see.
All right. Metaphode stream, baby. I also faced 2 rabbit players who kept macro and versed me post side, so that helps. Macro's okay if they're going first. Probably not keeping it in though.
We just put back 5 fairies, right? 1.
Certainly. Break for Edison was insane. David from Chicago, Yi Chang, Adam, Eric Shen twice, China in the finals. That is pretty nuts, especially for like the shorter day 2 event.
4, 5.
I think I'm cooked since that's real. And you had double fairy. And Everest.
I didn't
What
get double
the
fairy.
heck? What the heck? You did have double fairy.
Oh yeah, I had double fairy before. I think when I was drawing double fairy there, and I'm like, I didn't draw double fairy.
So system down is good against like the Machna gear deck specifically because they are going to play a grind game where they're dropping like multiple gigants but not threatening lethal. But it's not good versus the explosive gears because when they go off, they kill you. And if they don't get off, oftentimes they're just sitting on behind set armor or like a single gigant. And the single gigant's like the only time it's like okay. So yeah, I wouldn't. Oh wait, I'm gonna do this first. Doink.
You want to do that during end phase?
Sure.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah,
this
I wasn't
time,
paying
but-
attention.
Okay.
Oh, it could matter though because you
It
could
could matter.
stack
I
a
can get that,
Christia to draw or have a sing in.
Yeah, but I didn't have anything, so.
But yeah, effect.
Yep, effect's good.
Pray it's not a fairy. Pray it's not a fairy. Pray it's not a fairy. Please.
That ties.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just
I don't know what
cooked.
to do yet.
I'm just cooked. I'm just cooked. You already knew Honest has been there forever, so. No. I need to stop reading chat and trying to play you. Valor is good against explosive gears. It can be. It can be.
Also just good against armor. Like if you don't have the extender, it's really nice.
Right.
Although if you do have the extender, like
Dude, does this deck play Herald? Like, what the helly? Yeah,
Your deck?
and the level 3 flipping armor up. You can use either one. Julio's pretty nice, though.
yeah. I'll take 2.
I don't even know what my win con is anymore. Yep.
Effect.
Yep. I've already used Dark Hole. I've already used Treacherous. And now I can't special. Like, comment, and subscribe if you cry every time.
Look, the number one thing I learned from the event is like I just need to be aggressive with the tour guides sending Jin. Because if at any point throughout the rest of the game it's live, it's just so good. Fun draw.
Alright, let's see. Strategist. Yeah, Strategist is great, dude. I literally kept drawing him against Pudding and he kept showing up. Or against Gage. He beat me with Gears, finished X2 also, sadly. He and Tyler and I were all X2s that did not get in. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Brutal run at Emwick. I went Chris Lee, HG19, Dirk Wagner, HAT, and thought that was rough, but not compared to that. Yeah, Emwick was also tough for me, Tim. Greatest thing is the hero player who lost to Ma after playing. That was crazy. That was crazy. All right. What am I doing here? And I know you have 2 heralds in hand.
Mhm.
Let's battle and attack.
Sure.
Damage.
I will negate the honest.
Okay.
You take 12.
Yes, I do.
We're in there.
Okay.
Kim-
Next. Let's activate creature swap.
I would rather if we didn't. We said we didn't.
Tribute to normal.
Yeah.
Attempt to use effect. Target.
Rather if you didn't.
Why? All right, GG's, buddy. You got me. I'm gonna go eat
GG's.
dinner.
Okay.
Let me
Sounds
tune
good.
in really quickly. Red player setting 5, flipping emptiness with me staring at heavy hand. Yeah, you beat my friend Adam twice in Emwick in the value mirror. Yeah, I played Adam. I was his only loss both times. I didn't know that part. I knew I beat him twice though. The held torrential in the finals was insane. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, the TT thing was weird because like once he after the first magician, I thought he was going to summon Rabbit, and once he didn't and summoned another magician, I was like, I think this guy's max greeting. So I held the TT there because he had the thing in hand. So I thought what he was going to do was summon a 3rd magician and trigger the shark in hand, but little did I know he was only on 2. And yeah, so when he summons the soldier, I was like, oh shit, this is crazy. So I TT, and then I reborn the armor, set it, drew a trap card. I was like, I actually just win this unwinnable one. And then game 2 was even crazier because like his opening hand was a pick your hand type of hand. It was Starlight Road, MST, Solemn Judgment, Magician Shark, and Tour Guide. And yeah, I don't know how I won that. That's like a sub 1% chance of winning with the, and with my starting 5, if he just plays it normally, it's a 0% chance. Only reason you'd MST in the end phase like he did would be if you're trying to beat Needle Sealing and a Floodgate, or like multiple Needle Sealing. But then he also had the Judgment, so I don't know, very weird. Yeah, you can hold Solemn because I'm going to attack over his guy, and then you have Solemn MST for my back row. But then it's a little weird if I do that play, attack over his guy and set like 4. So like there's like very niche situations that it's bad, but like it's always just correct. You know what I mean? For him to hold it there, it's like such low problem. And even if everything goes my way when he holds it, he still is the tour guide in hand for follow-up. So like, and then because you're negating any like rivalries and stuff that come up in popping, even if I have like double, and if I had triple, like he was screwed regardless. So I wasn't gonna risk heavy into road. Then he flipped emptiness. I was like, okay, well, yeah, he definitely should have. I think if he plays optimally, I get 2-0'd. Him playing into the TT, a lot of gear players aren't on it, and I also you know, kind of like baited him into it, I guess, with how I was acting. And then so I'll give him a little bit of a pass on that. But yeah, game 2, there's just never a world I'm supposed to win that. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm going to be doing this every Wednesday at 6:30, and then we're going to sometimes do them on like Saturdays or Sundays, just, you know, depending. We're going to have like REDU Rivals coming up in April, and a couple other special nights that we'll do them. But yep, Metaphos will be streaming Wednesdays at 6:30 going forward. So, or 6:30 going forward. If anyone has any ideas to liven up the chat, 'cause I am the worst. I'm just here to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'll yap with you guys, probably play a little bit bad when I'm not focusing, but I'll try to focus normally and play the best Yu-Gi-Oh! I can. Peace out. Thanks for all the love and support, guys. And definitely more REDU in the future. Peace.